What? What? What's happening here? What? Hey guys, welcome to Big Cakes ASMR channel. All right. Hey there. Hey there, folks. I just thought I'd do a little bit of a live stream while I wait for my food to arrive here. So why not? Just do a hot one, maybe show you guys some tricks, maybe answer some stuff, and then we'll move along from there, right? You know, in the beginning when I did these live streams, I thought, hey, you know, it'd be cool if I had individual topics. So if you guys noticed that first live stream, I had some cards, right? And in those cards, I had like about, I don't know, 5 or so different topics that I'd go through. So I'm like, hey, so today we're going to talk about double lifts. And then we're also going to talk about, you know, spread close. So I was much more organized when I first started doing these. Now it's like, hey, you know, I'm just going to get some Tide Pods. And then, you know, do a live stream, right? Why not? And I put this wide angle lens on this so you guys see how excruciatingly wide this shot is, right? Do you see this? Look how unbelievably wide this shot is. This is it's kind of hot, honestly. It's kind of honestly hot. Xavier Spade giveaway at 50K. I kind of already gave away some shit with the meme review, right? If you guys saw that meme review video and send me some, if you guys sent me some hot memes, I sent you some stuff, or I gave you an access code to anything from my website, right? Where should you take her? To Taco Bell? Taco Bell, that's a good one. I'm not a really big fan of Valentine's Day, honestly. I'm not a huge fan of Valentine's Day. I don't think I've ever celebrated it. It's just you know, it's a more commercial holiday than anything. So, do the tricks. I'm not a monkey, I guess. So I don't know what you're talking about. Unless you're telling me to do some tricks, but I'm not really a monkey. So I'm not gonna. Hey, do tricks, Magic Boy. Yeah, sure. I'll do some tricks. Let me fix this thing here to make sure. Let me do some. Yeah, I know what you mean. You said do some tricks. I think it's implied by the fact that there are cards on the table. Well, greeting cards are actually one of the things that are some. Fuck me, hold up. This is being stupid. Greeting cards are one of those things that's the profit margin is ridiculous. So the profit margin is like I think 800% because it takes pretty much virtually no money to make them, but you sell them at like $7. So, oh, he wants me to turn tricks. Well, that's a different stream. That's a different stream altogether. Me turning tricks. I think that would be something for one of those other websites. What's the hardest sleight you know? Probably the pass. Probably that's the pass. It's probably the hardest one. There was also this move right here. That one. That's like a false cut. I can't do it here, obviously, because it's kind of a shit angle. But doing that move, there's a way of doing it running, if you know what that means. So that move is probably one of the hardest moves. You're doing a running false pass cut, I guess. That's one of the hardest moves I know. But I'm not really like a move monkey per se. So I'm not about to drop some hard moves. There are other people for that, right? Because they're so cheap to make. Yeah, same thing with popcorn in the movie theater. You could buy popcorn for cents, and yet they sell it in movie theaters for, I think, like $8 for small. So that's also another one that has a high profit margin for companies. Kind of hot to BH. Place the Tide Pods on the towel and pop them on the cards. Oh, so like Nick from No Way Asway. I should just fucking launch the card, see if I could break it through. That'd be a hot video for him. I did the math on Ramsey's card. He said he printed 23,000 cards. Yeah, that seems like about right. I'm pretty sure. I mean, somewhere in the ballpark of that. I don't know how much money he's making on that though. I'm only watching this because PewDiePie went on holiday. That's kind of fucked, to be honest. That's kind of fucked, right? You're just watching this because PewDiePie's not in town. Or you could sneak in your rabbit. Did you buy any first cards? No, I didn't. I'm not a huge fan of buying playing cards, man. I'm not a huge fan. Make a piggy playing cards. Yeah, that's kind of the idea. But that's probably going to be a little bit later. Hopefully this year, but maybe later. So, yeah, okay, so hold up. Somebody said, have my children? Okay. I mean, do you have children? That's kind of odd. I'll buy all of them. Well, you know, that really depends. That really depends, because I do want other people to get the decks if I make them. Well, when I make them, because it's not if, it's when. So I want other people to be able to purchase them. So I don't know how much you're willing to pay for. I'm probably going to keep it under 10, that's for sure. Because I do still want to make a little bit of profit when I do decide to make them. But again, I've said this on previous streams. I want to make sure that everything is pristine when I do release the cards. So when you're as famous, Top Notch will send you them. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, right? Top Notch just sent me like, well, not just sent me, obviously in that previous unboxing video, he sent me tons of playing cards. So very hot. And he says that he has way more than that. So I can't even imagine how many he actually has. Pig cake. Would you Skype me and jam? I don't have Skype, dude. I don't have Skype. I am anti-Skype. I'm more of a Discord type of person. What is going to put on the cards? A bunch of pigs? No, I'm not just gonna put pigs. I'm obviously gonna make them piggy based, like a pig themed deck, but more like a pig cake themed deck, rather than an actual pig themed deck, I guess, right? I'm pretty sure people would be more inclined to buy a pig cake themed deck than a pig themed deck, if that kind of answers your question. I'm surprised nobody's made a Tide Pod deck. I'm surprised nobody's made one yet. That'd be kind of hot if they do, though. Why the pig cake name? I said that in the first live stream, so if you missed that, you missed why. You missed why, boy. Ollie Mealing just released the swing cut on YouTube for free and called it the Mealing Peeling. Like this thing. that cut. That's actually really funny. If he did. I like Ollie Mealing. I follow him on Instagram. He has a lot of cool stuff. I do like the Nesquik cards that he uses on his stuff. He uses like, swing control. Okay. I thought you meant like swing cut. Swing control. I'm not sure how that looks like. Is he going to put a cake in the... No, I don't think anybody would buy it if I just literally put a cake on the back and a pig in the front. That looked disgusting. I'm probably going to keep the faces more... If I could edit the face of the kings, that'd be dope, right? That'd be kind of dope. Which way? Hold up. You said swing cut, swing control. The swing cut on YouTube. It's not mine. It's not mine. I don't know which swing control you're talking about. You might be talking about the Terry Lagerode one, right? That's this thing. Or sorry, this thing. That thing. That's the worst way of doing it. But is that what you're talking about? Because that's a Terry Lagerode move. I would definitely buy a pig cake deck. Yeah, for sure. That's. I mean, the first kind of iteration of the deck would probably just have the kings modified, so the kings have some sort of face, right? And then on the back, obviously, would be some sort of minimalist piggy design. So obviously, I'm not just going to slap the logo on a deck. I do want to make it a little bit more intensive than that, but it's probably going to be pig cake themed for sure. But that's in the starting phases. Somebody just said hello. Hey dog. So that's going to be in the starting phases. And I do understand that people are interested in buying the deck, but if I do make this deck, it's probably going to end up being on some sort of Kickstarter thing. So I do want to make sure that everything is perfect before I start playing around with people's money, because, you know, this whole situation just happened over Instagram and over Kickstarter with this dude that didn't ship out decks, right? If you guys are familiar with that situation. So so I'm definitely not just going to fucking put 2 logos on it and then call that a day. I definitely want to make it a little bit better than that. I'm the Houdini of comedy. Well, Houdini's dead, so I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or not thing. Hold up, somebody said, "Oh, love you, pig cake. Gotta go. Peace out, bitches." Hey, peace out, Dr. Aquafresh. I love your toothpaste. Are you the only one that liked this video? Probably. Man, damn, man. Y'all watching me not liking this shit. That's fucked. That is really fucked. Yeah, I mean this, and I like Ollie too. And I know that isn't yours, but I find that he calls his mealing peeling. Yeah, he's really funny. He's a funny dude, but he's a genius when it comes to coming up with moves and coming up with different ways of controlling cards, which is always interesting. But obviously, there's gonna be, you know, some fucking, what do you call this, layover, I guess. So, you know, a lot of moves aren't gonna be 100% original. They're gonna be inspired by other moves. So same thing with me. You know, I thought that I've come up with a bunch of different moves, but you end up reading more and more, and you realize, oh, okay, that's Marlowe's. Oh, okay, somebody came out with this 5 years ago. So, you know, gotta go to work, but. I hope the stream lasts longer than the hopes of achieving a communistic dictatorship if you go to 100K. Well, I mean, at 100K, I'm going to definitely need mods. So that's going to be a challenge. But, you know, oh, because I forgot the title of this. See, I forget my own jokes. Right? Let me see some shits. Maybe I missed something here, no? Your Instagram compilation was insane. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Matt, what's up? Hey, Kick, what's up, dog? I'm glad you enjoyed it, dog. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I mean, I do want to make one every time I have a couple of Instagram videos to make. You know, typically I don't have a lot of ideas for Instagram. If I might come up with something, I'll be like, oh shit, that's good. This last one that I put up on Instagram, that's not my trick by any means. That's a Ace production by Oz Perlman called Starry-Eyed Surprise. He came out with 2 versions of that through Penguin Magic like fucking 10 years ago probably, which is fucking a long ass time ago thinking back. It's a great production. It's phenomenal, but it's very angle sensitive obviously. And you know, he did that in a time when YouTube really wasn't a huge thing, if anything at all. So, you know, that was through Penguin Magic, which is kind of dope, but I've always loved the way it looks. Honestly, I thought that was shitty take. The other takes were, that one looked the best in terms of like color grading and all this shit. But when it came to that particular take, I just picked that one because it looked the best in terms of like just the color and the difference between my hands in the background. But that wasn't the best take of the actual performance itself. And I also, I realized that in that little bit of the video, I skipped on an Ace production, which I did want to add into it, which is a Lee Asher Ace production called The Ripper, which looks like this. Let me see if I can set this shit up, boy. This one was supposed to be in that little video. This shit, that, right? So the way that looks like with the aces is like this, I guess. So I do it for the camera here, like that. Right, so that's Lee Asher's. It's called The Ripper. That's one of the things I wanted to add to that little video from today, but I totally edited over that, so I fucked it up. Top notch, about to eat this. Thank you, Eloy. Hopefully not after Taco Bell. So, what's the back gonna look like? Well, again, I like minimal. I like minimalist designs. I really do. So it's probably gonna be something pig related, but it's definitely gonna be something minimal. So whether or not there's 2 items in the back, or whether or not there's I'm not gonna make like this is too big of a design for me. Like this is too busy of a design for me. So I wouldn't necessarily go with something like that, but I'd go with something more minimal along the lines of maybe the Madison Rounders, maybe something similar to. Fuck, I'm trying to remember which deck. Like, for example, I just got this deck. This one from, fuck me, what do you call this? Murphy's. They just sent me this shit, right? The Queen's deck. This is all right, but the back design, you see, it's too busy. So this would be too busy for me. So I'd probably go with something along the lines of the Rounders, something like that, when I do come out with my deck. But just because I enjoy that minimalism on that. Obviously, it's not as easy as, hey, let me just slap, like, for example, the Nox. Yeah, the Nox are minimal. I do enjoy those. Just the look. I don't have one because I've never bought them, but I do like the look of those, for example. But I don't think that I would do any good by saying, hey, guys, here's the first official Pig Cake deck. I'm just going to slap a pink color hue on the back design, and that's it. So, but I do love the minimal aspect of playing cards. So I'm probably going to end up making these really good. I really enjoyed the Force video. Looking forward to more sources, but my double undercut sucks balls. Is there anything, is there something to do then to get the top card on the bottom? Yeah, this. Hey boy, just shuffle the bottom card to the bottom. That's it. And then if you want to keep it there, just squeeze your fingers, right? So you squeeze your fingers so that card stays on the bottom as you shuffle off. So that's how you would get the top card. I mean, the double undercut, it's the big differentiating factor. A lot of people don't like it. I think that it's almost a move that could become invisible if you present it correctly. So if you say it in the right context. But that's just me. A lot of people disagree with the move. But again, if you're doing a move like the double undercut, you better understand that you are employing some sort of control over the cards, right? So the spectators are seeing that you have some sort of active control over the playing cards. So where you do something like a pass, that becomes an invisible action and therefore covert, not overt. So you are, by this, you're displaying to the spectator that even though you are shuffling the cards, you're still doing something overt. You're still doing something that's visible, right? So if you are aware of that, then yeah, double undercut's fine. So the thing that you would want to maintain is the break. You want to make sure that the break is as smallest as possible. And that's just something you get through practice. Honestly, that's just something you get through practice, because eventually, my break started off like this. It was like, hey, sir, put your card back in the deck. Okay, good. Okay, so your card is lost somewhere in the deck. Okay, good. Let's just cut your card. Cut the deck somewhere. That's the way it used to look. Like now, obviously through practice, you get your breaks smaller and you're able to have a little bit less of a window for the spectators to see. But, it really depends on context, really depends on a lot. I like the straddle. Yeah, everyone has their own different types of controls that they like, but I'm not a huge fan of just doing certain, like, I don't know. I don't mind the double undercut. Honestly, a lot of people have something against that. I don't. I like the double undercut. Some people like, some people like these shits where the card's going in the middle and then you're doing some like, oh, hey, I'm not a fan of those. I'm not really a fan of those. Do any double lift as long as you don't riffle the back of the deck to get a break. I don't know what you mean, Little Legend. I don't know what you mean by that. I'd sell bicycle cards and slap a pig cake stick. That's funny. Yeah, I should just do that. Just buy a bunch of bicycle decks, get some piggy stickers, and be like, hey, guys, here's the piggy deck. Well, one thing that I do want to do is I do want to have something. I have a couple ideas with the box. Oof, I think you guys are going to like that. I need to find out how to make it happen. But, yeah, for sure, that's something that I want to do. So there's a couple different little things that I want to do with that that I'm pretty sure people are going to enjoy. But, again, that's just time and effort. And right now I don't want to... What just happened? Oh, I don't want to fuck with people's... I don't want to fuck with people's money because I'll do it on Kickstarter probably. I'll end up doing some sort of Kickstarter for the deck. So I want to make sure everything is pristine. Maybe the Inspire... Like the Inspire in pink with something piggish. Yeah, something like that's pretty much what I'm going for. But again, there's a couple different things I want to do, a couple different funny little jokes I want to do with the box, a couple funny gags I want to do with the deck. So, I want to make sure everything is perfect before I release this. Even Ramsey, who, obviously is smarter than me when it comes to this sort of stuff, he had issues with the first deck, And obviously that's just an issue with the actual manufacturing process and all that, but, that's still an issue. And I don't want to run into issues, especially if it's my first deck. You guys are aware of this whole situation that happened with this dude that said he was going to make these decks. He had a Kickstarter and then he ran away with the money. I don't want to play around with people's money, so I want to make sure that everything is perfect. The designs are sent to the company. Everything is pretty much lined up before I do the Kickstarter so that people are going to get their decks not only in a timely way, but also that everything is fine. And, the problems, because there are going to be problems that are going to arise, but I want to keep those to a minimum. So exactly what mine looks like, I guess, with forces out to practice my pinking count. yeah. Definitely some people enjoy doing the pinky count's a great move to practice in order to get the strength in your pinky in order to do certain moves like that. But when it comes to the double undercut specifically, like you asked, again, some people have something against it. I don't. I like doing these sort of controls that are, just that. I don't mind doing cuts like that. I really don't. I don't mind doing a double undercut. I don't mind doing even a riffle, like a riffle control to that. I don't mind having overt actions in the deck because it's just my style, I guess. But when it comes to that, some people like things that are hidden. Some people like controls that, involve more discrete actions. I'm not a huge fan of those. But they do have their place, so the pass does have its place in certain routines. Any plans? Well, the Mark deck, since I do have a big, I'm a huge fan of Mark decks, right? I love Mark decks. I do have a number, but that's not going to be the first generation. That's not going to be the first generation of pig decks. You know, definitely that's going to be something that I'll probably stick to. You know, if the first one is successful and everything runs well, and hopefully I'm able to make some sort of profit so I could then, you know, do a deck myself without having to resort to Kickstarter, then I'll probably end up doing a piggy mark deck. So that's for sure. You know, because I do have some sort of ideas when it comes to mark decks. I have certain things that I want to see in a mark deck that I haven't seen. So I would like to definitely go with the second thing, you know. I should do a mark stripper deck and a book. I don't have a lot of necessarily a need for a stripper deck, you know. But I have been interested in doing a book for a long, long time. I just don't feel like, you know, I don't know. I just feel like it would be kind of odd at this point. You know, maybe when I get a little bit more experience in YouTube and I get a little bit more experience, you know, just generally I'd rather do a book. But I do have, you know, ideas that do play well in a book. And I think that I could probably have you could probably, you know, I could probably do some humorous things with a book, you get me, through a book. So people would enjoy that. But, you know, again, that's an idea. That's not even in a prototype stage. So show your card mats. Well, you guys have seen the fucking bath mat that I have in certain videos. That's my close-up pad. That shit's actually a bath mat, which is hysterical. It works like a close-up pad. It works well. It's not portable by any means, but for sure it's it's, what do you call this shit? I mean, it works well to spread cards. I remember when I was younger, I've made 2 mistakes buying shit like a fucking moron. One thing was I bought talcum powder, right? Oh, you make card mats. I didn't know that. Okay, that's dope. But hold up. So I bought a mouse pad, and I thought that could work as a close-up pad. I'm like, oh, fuck, let me just get a mouse pad. It's the same shit. It's fucking not. It's not, like, by any means. It's worse. Your cards handle worse on a mouse pad. And the second thing was I bought talcum powder thinking that it was, or I used talcum powder thinking that it was if the same thing as fanning powder. And I realized really quickly that I ruined a deck by doing that. So I just put talcum powder in a bag. I shook up the deck, and I'm like, oh, let's see how they spread. And they spread like a fucking retard. I use dish drawing mats. Yeah, they're not hard. Hello from Colombia. Hey, Andius Gamer, Andres Diaz. Hello, sir. Are you in Bogota? Or are you in, let's see, what's the other popular country there? Or city, Medellin. That's another one. I don't know which other ones. I know that those are the only 2 that I know because of people that I know. Is this a head shape review? I guess. You guys kind of see the shape of my fucking dome right there, right? You know, I don't really have the need for a close-up pad. I like the little thing that I have. Hey from Germany. Hey, I don't know cities in Germany. I don't. So unfortunately, I can't drop some names. So, well, I'm assuming that you're saying love my videos, and I appreciate that, dog. So thank you. I'm glad you like them. You know, I try to make them good. Portugal, holy shit. We got people from everywhere. Berlin, sorry, obviously Berlin is the main one, but I didn't want to say Berlin because that's the easiest one. Scotland, goddamn, boy. You guys, Jeff Jefferson from Scotland, that's fucking nuts. Y'all killing it, dude. I didn't realize that I had, a bunch. Well, I know that obviously I have a bunch of people globally, but, you know, it's just nuts that it's, every time I look at my demo, my demographic, people are, my audience is mostly in the United States. So it's 70% US and then 30% other countries. But every time, you know, I do a live stream, every time somebody kind of reacts, they're like, oh, hey, I'm from Australia, I'm from New Zealand, I'm from Africa, I'm from Switzerland, I'm from fucking South America. So I get a bunch of people. Spain, there you go. España. So yeah, I have a bunch of fucking people. Northern California here. Hey, Northern California here. So that's fucking nuts, dude. I'm from Mars. Well, you know, Mars is it's becoming increasingly accessible now with people like fucking from Tesla. So that's fucking nuts. My hobbies, yeah, I think that's everyone's hobbies apart from the smoking aspect, unfortunately. Calcas, where is that? Philippines, shit, boy. Harold. That's kind of a weird name for Philippines. If your name's Harold and you're from the Philippines, you know. Let's see. Sankey put a pretty quick card trick. Yeah, I think he put the trick from Fire Starters, which was a very cringy DVD. He had some great ideas. There's one called Very Intimate Prediction, which is so good. So fucking good. But I remember getting that DVD just for the ideas, not for the content. The content was about like magic tricks to pick up women, but the DVD still had a bunch of tricks that were good and you could adapt to other ideas. It was very cringy, to be honest, but it was full of amazing ideas. North of Russia, fuck, dude. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Let me see some shit. I know. Favorite card force is probably Gary Roulette, however you say his name. You get a break, right? Force card is down here. Somebody touches a card, right? And then that card is out jogged. You're going to square that card up at the same time that you lift up at your break to show the spectator. So they touch this card. Let's say your force card is the King of Diamonds. You're going to square this up and show the spectator the King. And that's the force. I mean, it's Gary Roulette out of Canada. Unfortunately, he is no longer with us. He died in 99. Very unfortunate. But, you know, that's what fucking age does to you. That's the weakness of being human. So he had a lot of great ideas. A lot of fucking amazing ideas. He was the dude that came up with the Dream of Aces. So this sequence that you guys have probably seen 1,000 times, that thing, that's his move. That's the... I think, I forgot the name of it, but it's something quick aces or some shit like that. I know it's not that, but it's something along the lines of making fast aces or some shit. But he's the guy that came up with that. He has a bunch of beautiful ideas. Is there a Fourier production that doesn't take a lot of practice? Well, everything takes a lot of practice. But funny enough, I was just mentioning Gary Roulette's ace production from Dream of Aces. That one does not require a lot of practice at all. But again, you still need to, practice to get it down. There's not going to be anything that's easy to do 100% right off the bat. But let me see. This is how it looks like, right? That thing. That's Gary Roulette's from Dream of Aces. It's fucking so good. He's amazing. Let me see some shit. Hold up. I know I skipped some stuff. I've been here since like 3K, and I love your channel's developed and what it's become. And you should be proud of what you've achieved. And you're a cunt to stay all... I like that. I like how you're like, hey, dude, I really appreciate your channel. I'm glad that I've seen it grow from 3K to, 30K now. You're doing a great job, but you're a cunt. Let's just keep it continuous. That's really funny. Let me see. You're the best, pig cake. Lots of dick from Spain. I appreciate all that dick from Spain, from España. Thank you, Jake the Magic Man, for getting some business done in your shit in the stream. Check out the slip cut production from Xavier Spade. Does he? I haven't seen that one. Oh yeah, but I mean, I imagine that would be easy, right? If you're doing a slip cut. I know that there was a routine by Brian Tudor years ago called Man from New York. So that should give you a little bit of an indication of my influence for calling that trick Man on the 9th floor. But it was like you have the aces, you're just literally slip cutting, right? So I just fucked that up. But you're literally doing slip cuts. So you do whatever false cuts you want, and you're doing slip cuts to produce, the aces. Again, I'm not a fan of that, but I just remember that from years ago. But that's super easy. That's something easy, I guess. Hello from Puerto Rico. Shit, boy. Yo, how you guys got fucked by that hurricane, man? We got America penis. We're in America's penis was where I'm from. You guys got fucked harder than we did, dude. So yeah, fuck, dude. I remember I was without power for a long fucking time, dog. A long fucking time. It was not a fun time. Jabrizi. Yeah, that's the story from today, right? I saw X's tweet in the morning. What he says about Bill Cosby, I haven't seen that episode yet, but I love Noah McDonald. He's fucking so funny. The guy's so fucking funny and underrated in terms of like people that are like, oh, he's not funny. Dude, his humor, he does not give a fuck. So yeah, Jabrizi's thing is nuts, dude. That whole fucking thing, like, you know, you're trying to establish, you're trying, you know, you're trying to kind of, you know, I don't know, maybe he doesn't care about the Magic community. Maybe he doesn't care at all. But, you know, fuck, dude, come on. You know, he says that he's doing a parody of these Asian dudes. And the Asian dudes, you know, they're kind of doing a little bit of fucked up shit too, because they're showing all these tricks that, you know, have, I guess, been not that well known by the public, right? So he decides to copy their parody, and he does it like half-assed, and he's doing it with like manufactured tricks, like tricks that are out now. Like he's doing that with that shit. You know, the other Asians, they're doing their tricks from like Wish.com and shit, which is still a shitty thing to do. But at the same time, like, come on, dude. Like, you know, they give them credit, give these Asian dudes credit in the fact that they came up with a really funny format and a really funny style of video that they're, you know, one guy's trying to do the tricks and then the other one comes in and exposes it. Even if you disagree with what they're doing, it's still funny, right? And it's still their format. And I mean, I haven't seen that anywhere else. So Sbaiz comes in and he's like, hey, I got you, fam. I'm going to show you guys some actual manufactured tricks. And like, I'm going to just do this shit on video. Like, dude, you know, you could do others, like, or do you have no self-awareness? Like, do you have no self-awareness? I was hearing, there was a stream, I think by Murphy's on Instagram, and I was listening to Mark Calabrese just go in on Sbaiz. Like, this fucking guy's a fucking idiot. He's fucking, I'm like, damn, this guy's going in on this shit. But yeah, this whole thing with Sbaiz, I found really, really humorous. You know, it's just more cunt for the cuntistry. You know, these guys are saying, oh, you know, give him a chance. Let's give him a chance. You know, I think that he could be what do you call this? He could be saved. You know, no, dude, no, there's no saving Sbaiz, none at all. You know, from this point, he's pretty much probably going to be excommunicated by the Magic community. I mean, obviously, he's getting his notoriety and his fame from through lay people and through people that aren't necessarily magicians, which I guess, you know, all the power to him. And people are talking about him, which is kind of smart. You know, the P.T. Barnum adage of any publicity is publicity. But, yeah, you know, at least in the Magic community, I don't see any way he's getting back into any sort of good graces with the Magic community, right? So, you know, there's that. You know, obviously I've had the pig alerts on Sbaiz, but like, come on, man, you get busted doing this thing. Like, if I got busted, for example, if I did a video, and I don't think people would jump on me as hard as they would Sbaiz, because kind of people would know that I'm you know, making jokes and doing all these things, right? So when it comes to, like, for example, if I do a Street Magic video and it comes out that somebody recorded me telling the spectator how to react beforehand, and I get busted red-handed, you know, I'm going to address it, say, you know, guys, I'm sorry, you know, I was trying to make this video. I understand that this is frowned upon, but at the same time, I was trying to make a video for lay people. You know, I would say something. I would come out and apologize, because obviously it's a very shitty thing. You know, you're trying to perceive and trying to show this perception that your videos and your magic is real and authentic, and that comes out as something that's disingenuous and bullshit. So, you know, if I was busted in his sense, at least I would come out and say, maybe apologize, maybe, you know, just say something regarding to it. But instead, his response was, y'all could suck my dick, you know, I'm the fucking god, yo, y'all haters, you gotta just fucking, all the haters need to sit down. And it's like, dude, you know, thank you. A little bit of humble goes a long way, and, you know, he's not even a little bit of humble, so unfortunate. Well, you know, honestly, the wild gimmick, dude, the wild gimmick is a very visual gimmick. It's a very visual gimmick, and if you do the wild gimmick, if you put it inside of the sleeve and then you do the move and the card changes visually, that's enough to get reactions from a spectator comparable, if not better, than the reactions that he got on the video, which were fake, right? Because it's such a visual thing. It's such a very visual fucking transformation. The card is literally in the sleeve, and then you shake it, and the card just changes and morphs into the other card. So you're gonna get those reactions naturally. Now the blocking on his angle, right? The blocking, and what he wanted was his face to be in. So the camera's over here. He wanted the blocking to be the thing changes. The people are behind him. The card moves and it changes, and then they react behind him. That's the blocking that he wanted, right? So he wanted to maintain that visual thing, which I understand, I guess, from a cinematography point of view, that I understand what he wanted to do. But at the same time, there are other ways to do that without resorting to faking your shit, right? So we got a hi, hello. We got to just search in Google. Oh, well, Jabrizi, the news from today is that he just came out with a shitty video copying these two Asian dudes who are doing these parody things. I don't know if you guys have seen them or if you've seen them, but they one does a trick and then the other one exposes it, like as a joke, which is kind of shitty, but again, it's kind of humorous the way they do it. So he just straight up copied their video, and then he says, yeah, this is a parody. I'm like, no, it's not. You're pretty much copying their shit, dog. Like, get fucked. So that's pretty much what he did. So he's being pretty much excommunicated by at least the intelligent magicians. 100 subscrotums. I imagine you were on that stream with Ramsey, Nick, X, and the other dude. Subscrotum. 100,000 subscrotums, right? Dank Magician 69. Oh shit, that might be the dank. No, it was on Facebook. It was on Facebook, Hugo. So if you look up Jabrizi Magician on Facebook, you'll be able to find the video of him doing it. I think it's the latest video he put. Most of them are still in printing. Are you talking about By Forces Unseen? Is that what you're talking about? I wish Vernon did a Pick Up Girls with Magic book. You got to look for Daniel Fernandez. He's probably the one that did that. He's probably the one that would definitely do that. You guys... Hey, man, that wasn't me, dog. Listen, dog, that was them. That was all them. The only people that I put on timeout are the ones that are overtly racist. Even though, I understand sometimes you could be a little bit racist and then it's under the pretext of humor. When you come on if you guys have been on some live streams, there was like a bot or someone that came up and they was just like the most racist shit. I'm like, listen, I gotta block you, man. I'm sorry. I'm a fan of crude humor as anyone. I'm just as big of a fan of crude humor as anyone else, but other people aren't. So unfortunately, blocked. So any new fapping tricks? Not that I know of. I'm not aware with what Penguin Magic is putting in their community, so I don't know if they have a new fap trick. I got two things. I actually got three things, man. Again, this is one thing that I'm eternally grateful of. Murphy's. I remember I reached out to Murphy's a little while ago, and I'm like, hey, guys, I don't mind if you guys send me decks. I'll do reviews for you. I'll gladly do videos for you guys. 3/4 black. That's funny. Oh, I thought you said, what's the rule? The rule where the votes used to count as like 2/4 or 1/4. I thought you were making that joke. I was like, that's clever. But Murphy's, I reached out to them a little while ago, and I'm like, hey, I don't mind doing videos for you guys if you just send me decks. I'd gladly do reviews. They sent me fucking decks. They sent me decks reviews. Same thing with this shit. They sent me, what do you call this shit? They sent me this deck recently. They also sent me the trick that you guys saw a couple days ago, the Swiss Army. They sent me that, and they sent me another fucking coin trick. I'm like, shit, dude, how fucking amazing is that? So, I'm always grateful to the fact that through YouTube, I'm able to kind of, establish these connections that I never thought I would establish. I entered the magic community as a magician, as a consumer, as someone who bought stuff, as someone who, who, like you guys, bought tricks. I looked up to a lot of these magicians, and now I'm kind of on the other side where, I'm having communication with people that were people that I never thought I'd be able to communicate with, right? So, kind of nuts. So I'm eternally grateful to that. So hold up. I love the Tide Pods. I know, really late. That's funny. Yeah, that's just a little bit of a meme. I should do a trick where I cover them like this and then they fucking disappear, but I'm not that good. Those Copac decks, are they pretty good? They're hard to find. Yeah, they're currently they're currently, from my understanding, very limited places where you could buy them. But some people have a problem with them because they're very thick. They're very thick stock. I think I have mine here. Give me one hot second. So they're a very thick stock of playing cards, the Copac cards. Again, Cartamundi. They reached out to me. They're like, dude, give me your address. We'll send you some cards. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I've bought your cards for years. I've bought Cartamundi cards when I was younger. I used to buy them all the fucking time, And I would recognize the logo and do other shit. And then they reached out to me and they sent me the deck. And I was like, fuck, dude. are you fucking kidding me? You guys are gonna send me something? I don't have to pay for it? Like, what? You know, I'm still like new to this shit. So, so they sent me these. And then the best part, if you guys saw that video where I unboxed them, they generally put the markings around the box. So around the box, it said saw here. And I'm like, it's not only that they, you know, that they just reached out to magicians that have a little bit of a following and they said, hey, we're going to send these cards out to people. You know, obviously like as a marketing tactic. They didn't just do that. They generally know my channel. They generally know my humor. And, you know, they know me. They know what I'm about and the stupid jokes I make, to the point where they sent me the box, saw here. I'm like, fuck, you know? It's like humbling and I'm grateful. So, but these, yeah, they're a little bit thicker. Sorry, I just fucked that. They're thicker than normal cards, to be honest. They bring a blank card. They bring a double backer, so they bring a blank, a double backer. A lot of people would say that they're thick. I like them. If they were a little bit thinner, it would be a better deck. But I really do enjoy the fact they feel like fucking nuts. You know, they feel like the smoothest shit I've ever seen. This is one thing that I emailed the guy because he asked me for some feedback, and again, I'm eternally grateful to that. But he told me, you know, what's your genuine feelings about the deck? And I told him, you know, when I first played with them, I mixed them up, I shuffled them, and, you know, they became kind of warped, and they became kind of, you know, like used. They became used. And then I put them inside the card box. The next day I took them out, they were like brand new. So they were like brand new, like I never even opened them, like I never even touched them, which I really, really like about the deck. Another thing that's cool about this deck is that, you know, out of the box, I don't think I've ever had a deck to come out of the box, to come out like worn in. You know, usually when you come out with a deck and you open up a new deck of cards, you have to break them in. You know, you have to give them a little bit of pharaohs. You have to rub them on jeans or whatever, because if not, then the cards are going to be unworkable. Like you really can't do a lot with them. You could, but it's going to be harder. These cards came out worn in out of the box, dude. They came out worn in, like ready to do anything you want out of the box. Again, the only issue that some people might have is that they are a little bit thicker than usual cards, than the normal cards. So that might be an issue to some people, but they are definitely something that is worth the time. And they have another decks. They have other decks that I'm very interested in. They have like a watermelon deck, a burger deck. Fuck, you know, they really have these funny fucking designs. But they're pretty thick. So you see let me just show you the difference here. So this is a bicycle deck, right? This is a normal bicycle deck. I'm missing one card in this deck. So I'm only missing one card in this deck. You see that, right? This is the Copax, right? So you see that they're significantly thick. I think I have a crimp over here. Or no, that's okay. So, but keep in mind, this deck also has a double backer. It has the jokers. I don't think this other deck has the jokers. But they are pretty thick. Let me show you how to, let me compare them. Let me compare them here. So that is the two cards here. So you see them, right? Let me see how I could best compare these motherfuckers. But you see the thickness. I'm trying to hold them level. You see that there's a little bit of thickness here. There's more thickness here than there's here. But definitely these feel better than these. That's for sure. So really, yeah, it depends on what you're looking for. But I obviously recommend them. Again, not just saying that because they send the decks to me. If they send me a shit deck, I tell you, hey, it's a shit deck. Don't bother with it. But, you know, truly it's the fact that they care about the feedback. They're actively watching the people that they send the shit to. You know, fuck. I'm a Cartomundi fan for life. For life. Bicycles are not thick. They're not thick at all, but you know, they do have a certain stock. They do have a certain finish to it that is, it's like, you know, you could tell, right? Especially if you've been handling cards a long time, you could kind of tell these. For example, these are the Queen's deck, right? This Queen deck. This is plastic. This is straight up plastic. They do feel nice. They dribble nice. They cut nice. But they are straight up plastic. So, you know, when you're doing all the little shuffle memes, just keep in mind that these cards are plastic. And you could see that in the reflection. They do have a very nice finish when it comes to the actual color design. But they're plastic, so you could tell the difference here. I don't like the feel of this compared to the Copax. The Copax do feel like linen. Okay, hold up. Fuck me. I'm not confirming whether... Fuck, dude. Happy Rusev Day. It's Rusev Day. I'm saying that confirming whether or not they're thicker than bikes gives you no reference in terms of how thick Copags really are. I don't think so. I think that it kind of gives you a general idea because you see that they're thicker. You see that there's more of a heft to them. Now, in terms of... somebody did ask me if they're soft or... they're soft for sure. It's not like a tally-ho. They definitely feel a little bit softer. Even though they're thick, they do feel a little bit softer than bikes. That's for sure. So you kind of see that little bit of a hot meme there. But if you had a deck of Phoenix, there is a thickness to bikes. I don't have a deck of Phoenix. I don't have a deck of Phoenix, so I can't tell you that. But, you know, I recommend them. You know, I like the finish. I like the stock. And I like the way that they are, I like the way that they're cut and the fact that they come out of the deck. Glad to see you're okay, Pig Cake. Yeah, I'm fine. My penis is good after the surgery, so. Can you do Back in Time by Jay Sankey? And why would I do that? If you could see Jay Sankey do that on his channel. There's no point. When literally you're on YouTube, right? Oh, in regards to the news. Oh, no, dude. That's fucking miles and miles away from here. There's unfortunately another fucking dumb shooting that happened in a school. You know, stupid shit. You know, people that instead of... Well, unfortunately, you know, people like that are sick in the head. And, you know, I know that sounds like a generalized thing, you know, but, you know, you can't be right-minded and level-headed and do something like that. And it's unfortunate that, you know, some people, like innocent people, you know, high school kids, had to suffer because of one person's loneliness or one person's retardation, you know. So it's a sad situation for everyone. And especially to be, you know, as a parent in that situation, it's fucking insane, dude. If you're a parent and your kid's in a school and you don't know what's going on, fuck that, you know. Pumped up, goddamn. What's up with the slurps? I don't know what's happening. There was a shooting in a school, miles from here, like miles and miles away. But, you know, it's still close enough that it hits home. You know, this is at least a relatively close school. And there were a lot of casualties. A few fatalities. You like slups? I don't know what a slup is. Unknown. That's kind of odd. Slurpee video. Okay, unless that's like, you're saying that like, hey, dude, that's a hot one. Hey, WWE Traveler. I hope you're enjoying the WWE, I guess. So yeah, it's unfortunate, but, you know, shit like that happens. Let me see some shit. Happy Sad Masturbation Day. That's pretty much what Valentine's Day is. Tattoo deck? I don't know what that is. I think somebody said it. Do I know German? Unfortunately not. I don't know German. Have you heard of a magician named Tony Jones? No. It rings a bell, but I don't know. I don't know it. Sankey's deck is tattoo. Yeah, somebody asked me that. You know, I used to have a schedule for streaming. I would do it every Friday, you know, Friday afternoon, but now I just do them whenever. So what I'm thinking of doing is that whenever I have a stream, I'll just have it like an event set up earlier in the day, so you guys know that I'm going to be on a stream later. So I'll just put up like a little reminder saying, oh, Pig Cake's going to be live and, you know, at 8 o'clock, which I tried to do once, and someone's like, oh, look at Mr. Fancy. Look at Mr. Famous here doing a stream, saying that he's doing a stream. I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it is. So people know that there's a stream and they know if they want to join, to join. So I'll probably end up doing that. I should do the Furman. I'm a celebrity magician. I'll hang around the hot spots for celebrities, and then, you know. So yeah, so I forgot, I got some comments saying that, oh, look at Mr. Famous here. Look at Mr. Your thoughts on some quarter magic? What's some good stuff? You know, funny enough, one of the things that Murphy sent me, let me show you right now. Right here. They sent me Gertie Reborn. Because they sent me Gertie Reborn. Let me see if I can do this, show this here. Gertie Reborn. All right. Here's what you get. You get a little bit of a hot gimmick. It's a way of finding out. The trick is pretty much you have 2 coins, a spectator signed 1. They mix up the coins in their hands. They hand you one side unseen. You're able to figure out which coin is signed and tell them which hand they're holding it in. So they come out with their hands like this. and you're able to tell them which hand the coin's in and whether or not they have the signed coin. It's a great trick. I like it. Initially, I thought it was a piece of shit. When I opened the packaging, I'm like, wow, this trick is really a piece of shit. Like, honestly, this is like garbage. But this one, after looking at the instructional and looking at all the ideas, fuck, I'm like, this is gold. This is fucking gold, because literally all you have to do is carry this in your pocket and you're ready to do a fucking amazing trick where they could hold the coins out in their hand like this and you're able to tell which hand has the signed coin. Well, not the signed coin, sorry, which hand holds the coin. Great shit. Yeah, that's what we were just talking about a little bit. I mean, unfortunately, that's one of the things that we just were mentioning. And yeah, fuck. I mean, again, one person, which they did catch him on. He's in custody, so that's a great thing. But you know, usually these shootings end up with the person not in custody for obvious reasons. But this time they ended up in custody, so at least we might get some answers as to why the fuck this idiot decided to do that. Your streams are legit fun and unique. We have a good group of people, and I don't see this type of people anywhere else. So I'm glad you say that. I'm glad that I do have this little bit of a community, even though some people enjoy the kind of jokes like I do. You know, there's still a good Magic discussion and a good discussions here. So I do appreciate that. Am I gonna stay live to 100K? Yeah, probably. I'll stay here to 100K. Let's be real. If anyone had anyone besides the lipstick in a left hand, right? If you're cheating on your left, then we would be here watching pig cake. Hey, boy! There you go. That's hot. Yeah, there's Tide Pods, dude. What is this? Hey, boy. Trying to be topical here. Have you got Cypher from Illusionist? Yeah, unfortunately, even though I'm a illusionist. What is it? Anti-illusionist. I did get Cypher, and it's a phenomenal product. It's phenomenal. JK, I put Tide Pods in his nostril. I imagine you're trying to spell nostril, but you can't spell nostril. So, let me see some shit. I'm here on behalf of Evan Arrow. Are you really? Are you here on behalf of Evan Arrow? You're a sniper. You're an underground. You're trying to get ideas from me, saying top 10 actually good tricks. Like he's gonna make that video for once. Let me see some shit. Hold up. Fuck, dude. I got some comments here I'm trying to get through. How do you integrate Magic into your social life? Are you approaching people with, hey, want to see a trick? Or are they asking you, show us some Magic? Well, that's really the key, right? Because you don't want to be that guy. And I think I mentioned this on a previous stream. You know, when I was younger, I was guilty of this too. Of being that guy with the deck in his hands, doing this shit. You know, doing all that shit to try to get attention. And being like, hey, you know, what the... And then obviously somebody's going to be like, oh, I haven't seen that before. You know, I was guilty of that when I was way, way younger. But, you know, you do want to have that. What I was saying the other stream, which is I think something that Ramsey was echoing a while ago and something that has been touched on by other magicians, the idea of Magic not being your entire personality and existence. You know, it's okay to live, breathe, and eat Magic in terms of coming up with ideas, in terms of performing, in terms of, you know, just studying the craft and the art. But don't rely on your methods for your personality. You know, don't let Magic be your personality. And unfortunately, I feel like a lot of people, especially the younger ones, even some older ones, they rely on Magic too much in terms of that being their only aspect that's unique to them and that being their only facet of personality. Because imagine once somebody figures out the method, or once the methods are known by other people, what do you have left? You have nothing left if you're relying on Magic. So the key is to still have something outside of Magic, still be someone outside of Magic, and, you know, still have respect for it. So it's a balance of that. Elrond McBong, which is the greatest name I've ever heard. I'm the Puerto Rican sniper, all right. Why did China have one child? I almost read that and got demonetized. I already probably got demonetized immediately because of the mentioning of this shooting. And, you know, YouTube doesn't like shootings. YouTube doesn't like it when you mention shootings, apart from if you're Jimmy Kimmel. That's the only way that you can mention shootings on YouTube, if you're Jimmy Kimmel and have a network behind you. Cunts. What's so fascinating about magicians to reveal the date of a coin? Well, there's a lot of interesting tricks that could be done with revealing that. I know Darren Brown has a beautiful method of doing that, and bending a coin as well. at the same time. So there's also other methods. I know Jay Sankey has a couple good ones that use the one ahead method. If you look at he has a project called, funny enough, Anytime. He has a project called Anytime, Anywhere, right? Years ago, that he came out with this years and years ago. And it's phenomenal. He has this trick where you pretty much, the spectator has a handful of change, and then you pick up a coin and you're able to tell the date on that one. You're able to tell the date on another one. He has great methods for that. I think the name of the project was Anytime, Anywhere, if you look that up. Yeah, there's a lot of videos. Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's nothing wrong with talking about things that happen, right? I don't think there should be anything wrong, especially if you're talking about your own opinion, you're talking about your sentiments about a shooting or an event that's taking place in actuality. But unfortunately, things are becoming PG to the point where, oh, you can't talk about this because it might offend somebody. You can't talk about this because somebody's going to feel bad. It's like, these are things that happen. And, it's kind of shitty that you don't see both sides of it. So someone like Casey Neistat, that's pretty much YouTube's poster boy, he got demonetized, whereas someone like Jimmy Kimmel, who has the backing of a large network, he got monetized for a video about the shooting. So it's like, where are your priorities, YouTube? Like, you kind of see it, and people are kind of shitting on him, so it's unfortunate. And in me, I have a smaller channel, so it doesn't matter. But where it hurts me is, for example, on other videos, that videos get demonetized and they don't get pushed to people, and videos get demonetized and those videos aren't recommended to people. And I'm like, fuck, I put effort, I put time. Just because I said something in the video doesn't mean that it shouldn't fucking be shown to people that are interested in it. And, the truth is that, unfortunately, some videos don't even get shown to subscribers. They don't get recommended. And now, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but on the desktop, if you have it set, so you go to your subscription feed, right? You go to your subscription feed. There is two different ways to see that. Either with a highlights, so they're calling it highlights now, or everything. So you could either choose to only see highlights of your subscriptions, or you could see everything. And the thing is that the highlights are really determined by YouTube. So it's unfortunate that that's really up to them and what they want to show you through their algorithm and machine learning. So it's really a shitty situation for channels like that are 20K and above. Obviously channels that are fucking 500K and above, they're not going to have the issues that the smaller channels have, but still, it's unfortunate. It's really unfortunate that you can't talk about certain things, yet other people could talk about certain things because the fact that they have certain things that, are like a network, for example. It's kind of shit. Hold up, I missed some fucking shit here. Oh, yeah. Lindsay, you weren't here earlier, but that's hard. I think the DVD was called Fire Starters from years ago, and I bought it. I bought the DVD because it had some great ideas in it that you could apply to other things. But the actual context of it was so cringy because it's about picking up girls and shit. And it's like, dude, this is like the gayest shit I've seen. And it's about picking up women. But the ideas in that video are so good. A Very Intimate Prediction is on that project, and it's so fucking good. He has another trick that's like a prediction trick. Another thing that's fucking phenomenal. But again, with the hook of picking up women. Ugh. Subscribed for 1 month and I think it was worth it. Jeremy Griffith and Eric Jones are insane. Yeah, they're fucking nuts. Hold up, fuck. Somebody keep reaching for your goal, bruh. Much love. As pigtastic as you are, it shouldn't take long. I hope so, honestly. I really do, because I think I'm coming up to 2 years on YouTube now, and it's kind of nuts, the growth that I've seen. Because some people have been on YouTube for 8-9 years and they haven't even reached 2,000 subs. So, I'm eternally grateful to the fact that I've reached 31 now, 31 going on 32, and it's going up from there. But I really hope that I could kind of grow the channel to the point where it's like legitimately 100K and legitimately 200K and that sort of thing. And I do think that there's an audience for it, but unfortunately they're not seeing the videos. That's the issue, I think. Do you watch Botchamania? Yes, I watch Botchamania. I also love OSW Review. I watch OSW Review. I also watch the Attitude Podcast. I also listen to Jim Cornette on the podcast, right? I also listen to, what other podcast? There's another wrestling one. I don't listen to Stone Cold as much, even though I should. Conan, right? The Conan podcast with Disco. And JoJo, the producer. I listen to all of those. So, Yeah, I'm kind of a fan. Kind of a fan, boy. I just read an anti-social medias to tell one person that you care about. So Piggy, we care about you. I love you. Hey, boy. That's what's up, boy. Ree, I don't know why I'm seeing Ree. I'm gonna put you on timeout, dog. I'm gonna put you on timeout, nigga. You see, put user in timeout. You're being a little bit autistic, TBH. So yeah, I'm gonna put you on timeout, not because of anything, just because I feel like it. Just because I feel like it, dude. I wonder what dude. Beats. I try to do. Well, I did closed captioning on some of my videos, and their automatic voice thing, like the thing that knows what words you're saying for the closed captioning, is so accurate and precise. I was terrified because every single word I said was picked up by the closed captioning. So I'm like, fuck, you know how? I'm pretty sure it's not that hard to come up with some sort of code to read that and then pick out certain keywords and then pretty much put that video, if it has those keywords, in a certain category that might not be shown to a lot of people. So that's probably fairly easy to do on their end. You have an extensive well, when I was growing up, I was a huge fan of wrestling, and then I was also a huge fan of the history of wrestling, not only just wrestling. So, you know, I was in it for like the history and the theory aspect of it. So I would be what you consider a smark, you know. Let's see. I'm not saying Magic Stream is bad. I just personally can't talk to. I can talk to Spoonfed. That's funny. Well, I mean, the idea of that is a Netflix, like a Magic Netflix. But the thing that I said from the start of it is, yeah, this is cool. Yeah, this is interesting. But what's gonna happen when you run out of stuff? Like, you're gonna start coming out with stuff just to put it out there, right, on Magic Stream. So, you know, unfortunately, it's probably gonna be good because you access the whole library. But at the same time, the quality of stuff is probably gonna go down. So. Let me see this shit. With history of wrestling, have you watched Glow? Yeah. I was actually surprised to find out that Ivory, who's a wrestler that was in the 90s and late 90s, she was in the original Glow. So I was like, what the fuck? Pig, have you ever played Minecraft? I have a couple Minecraft videos. So you should check those out on the channel. So I have played Minecraft, and I should have another one coming up soon. Make my ex disappear from my DMs. That might be the most common thing I've heard. Hey Piggy, I just finished watching your Ace tutorial. I'm glad you liked it. I'm glad you liked it. That count, I think it's a Marlowe count. I should add that in the description. That count is it's a Marlowe count. So you're counting the cards. You're pretty much you're kind of trying to emulate the fact that you're doing this thing. You're trying to do this thing, right? But the first one you're putting in the middle of the deck as you're counting the rest of them. That one was shit. But, when it comes to that count itself, I think that's a Marlowe count, if I recall correctly. I'm trying to remember where I saw it. But the angles are pretty sensitive, so you're going to have to watch out with that so that the first count is seamless in the back. But, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's really one of my favorite tricks. I don't want to say of all time, but it's definitely one of my favorite tricks. It's like, trying to reel a spectator in. Somebody said disturbed reality. Okay, yeah, that's him. He's a person, right? There's a lot of shit on Magic Stream too. Yeah, that's the nature of the beast. You're gonna have this stream right here. For 2 donos, you could give Piggy patience till he hits 100K. Maybe, I guess. Where am I now? I'm at 31,291. So it's a long way there. It's a long way there, but hopefully it's something that I could do. It's within realism, I guess, right? Like, it's within realistic reach. Tutorial on card shots, like top 5 card shots. Is that what you're saying? Or top 5 card tricks? Because I already did that video. Like top 5 favorite card tricks. Do you have scripts for your videos? I have a skeleton of some videos. So some videos, for example, the ones that are like the card collection video, some videos that are, for example, that are not necessarily tutorials and other things, I do have somewhat, not of a script, but I do have a general idea of what I'm saying. And maybe, I don't want to say, but maybe I do have some jokes pre-written, some jokes that I pre-wrote. But apart from that, no, everything's pretty much improv, on the spot. And one thing that I hate, have you heard about Bret Hart having cancer? Yeah, he had cancer and then he had surgery and he got over it, right? But what do you call this shit? Fuck me. Someone said some shit. What was I talking about, dude? Oh, scripts. Yeah, so somebody... So one of the things that happens to me a lot is that I will edit a video and then while I'm editing it, I come up with a funnier joke and I'm like, fuck me, dude. This shit's straight stupid. Why didn't I say that then? So that'll happen to me a lot. Does that mean that there are 15 non-logged in viewers? No, there are probably some people that are not just on the chat, right? And if you're not on the chat, then you're a fucking... Then what are you doing, dog? Fuck you doing? I want to see Jarek do a live stream of you and Jarek talk about wrestling. Maybe, I guess. I mean, he is a wrestler. Sorry. It'd be more interesting to talk about magic. Right? It'd be a little bit more interesting just in that sense. Be like, dude, why don't people, why did you do this? I remember seeing one tutorial that I'm like, dude, you shouldn't have done a tutorial for that. But that'd be interesting. I would like to wrestle him. Your subs, as with life, just need 69. Yeah, I'd be pretty satisfied with 69K. That'd be pretty hot. That'd be a hot number to get to. 69K would be pretty dope. Did you see the new anti-pharaoh? It was taught on YouTube. Well, I can't imagine it being any different than doing this and then doing this and practicing that. I can't imagine it being any much more different than that, right? Like, I don't want to expose anything, but I'm like, I can't imagine it being much more different than practicing something like that, right? Like, that was shitty, and I still got some of the cards. Like, you see that there. So I'm sure if I practice that, let's see if I could do a bridge here. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure if I practice that enough. Like, I don't understand like what they're doing. Like, hey guys, do you know that if you drop cards like this and you practice doing that for a long time, sorry, you're gonna be able to separate the cards in a way to anti-pharaoh them. Like, I don't think that's like. They kind of showed it in the demo, right? Like, you could watch the demo and see the finger placement and be like, oh, so he's doing this. Okay, that's cool. So I'm sure if I practice that enough, I'll be able to do it. I don't understand how you could sell that. Or is that on Magic Stream? Like, I don't understand. Like, that was not bad. Like, this one is shit, I guess, compared to most anti-pharaohs. But I'm sure if I practice it, I'll be able to get it, 1-1-1-1-1. So I don't understand why that's something for sale. Right? Is that just me? Ace. Let's see. Fuck. These nuts. Try to do what I did last time on stream. Trying to shuffle tracking, as Leonard Green says. I'm trying to legitimately find. Fuck! It's 2 of spades. I guess the little pip threw me off. Oh man, yeah, this is not a good run. This is not a good run. Let me see if I have anything here. Do you keep outtakes from your videos? Yes. Unfortunately, I have a hard drive full of outtakes. I do have sometimes that I've like. There's a thing. There was the puzzle video. Which, fuck, man, that puzzle video isn't getting a lot of views. But that puzzle video, I punched the wall from how fucking frustrated I was. I was like, fuck this. This thing's stupid. So, we need to get Jabrizi up here. I mean, I'm going to try to cut to them again. Let's see. I'm going to try to cut to them again and see if I could do that. Because I know I did it last live stream. I did it pretty much 1 for 1. This time I just want, haha, boy, got one. Got him. Well, I'll just do that. But I got that one. Let's see if I could get another one. Fuck me. I was looking through the screen. I wasn't looking at my hands. Nope. Nope. I'm going to say 12. 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How close was I? I wasn't close at all. I was not close by any means. I don't know if I was hallucinating. While shuffling, the 4 looks like an ace. Sometimes, I guess, but it just really depends on little moves. I'm trying to get it down consistent, but obviously it's still work in progress. Top 5. Okay, hold up. Fuck me. Somebody just, oh, you gotta go. Somebody said gotta go. What's the best way to practice a pass? Do it. Practice it. Funny enough, I do have a video coming out on Patreon tomorrow talking about how to practice. So how to maximize your practice efficiency, at least in my opinion and the way that I do it. But I would say, kind of to give you a preview of that, is to practice it in context, right? So that's, I think, one of the things that people lack is they'll just do the move over and over again. So they'll just do the move over and over and over again, and that doesn't do shit. That doesn't do anything for you. You need to practice the move in context, right? I try to do it with zero shuffle, right? So A is back. That's funny. What, you got a what was it? 300-second timeout. I realize that I do it well when I'm not fucking paying attention. When I'm not, did I get one on top already? No. Okay. I was like, fuck. I realize that I do it well when I'm not paying any sort of attention, which is probably the method, right? Which is probably the method. I give up. It helps if you name the card after you turn it over. I don't know what you mean. I was trying to say the 12th card was the ace, but unfortunately I was off by probably 7 cards. That's probably what it was. Piggy, do you ever accidentally get in your face in the shot while filming? No, never, dog. Never. I actually don't have a face. So trick question, right? Trick question, trick answer. I'm going back in this chat here to see, because I know somebody said something. Greg Wilson has something similar, except with the dollar bill and where the bill was made, but the thing was eyeball the condition of the bill. It's called the 1983 trick. I've never heard of that. Dog. Any moves are practiced best while doing something like watching TV or eating Tide Pods. Right? A finally made a stream. A boy. A card freak. That's a very generic Magic name. 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I was off by 1. I hate it when it happens. These nuts. Yeah, is there anything here that you guys want to mention here? Would you make a tutorial of the second deal? No name. Probably, but I think I mentioned on the live stream. My second deal, I don't want to do it for you guys here, because it's still something that I'm practicing. You know, I don't want to like say, oh, I don't want to do it, and then I don't want to ever show you guys a move that I'm not comfortable with. And even though some people would say, oh my God, you have an amazing second deal, I still don't think that that's good enough for YouTube. So it's still a move that I have to practice. It's still a move that I have to do well even before I think of doing a tutorial for it. So yeah, I'm going to leave because I have a lot of Tide Pods to get to. Yeah, that's a good thing. I mean, some people got to do some stuff. You, in particular, got to go enjoy a nice little bowl of Tide Pods, boy. I thought I'd be topical and put some Tide Pods there. I'm trying to zoom out, honestly. Okay. Oh, fuck me, I just died. Do you do paid gigs? No, I don't do paid gigs. It's fine, just watch Furman's video on the second deal. Does he have a video on the second deal? Because I remember Furman was talking all sorts of shit about tutorials and how tutorials are the bane of Magic and how you shouldn't do tutorials because that's exposure. And interestingly enough, if he's doing a tutorial on the second deal, because, you know, that's technically exposure by his rules, right? He's catching up. He has 27K. Fuck. Let me see. Videos. He doesn't have a second deal tutorial, does he? Let's see. He has how to spread cards, pressure fan. What else? I don't see a... Oh, had a second deal. Yeah, nice. Nice. Good job, dude. Yeah, so, I mean, I remember he was like, oh, shit, you know, tutorials are exposure. And yet, here we go, doing a fucking tutorial. So... has a top shot video. Do I have? Well, I have a way of shooting the cards from the top. This thing, right? That thing that I've taught. Boy. Hello. Is it me you're looking for? Thank you, dude. Fuck. How many cards does that take? 4. 4 is how many cards, Piggy? You can't count. There you go. Can I do this? Hey, got him. So, yeah, I did that video. That's a top shot, I guess. That video was 27 seconds long. Yeah. Yeah, that was 27 seconds. And enough for you to learn it. Because you pull down with your thumb, you pull with your pinky, and then the card shoots. I don't think you need much more than that, right? Let's see. How good could this look from this angle? Hey, boy. I think it looked pretty good. Someone said some shit. Some of the 27s. Who's Furman? Matthew Furman is he's a celebrity magician. He performs for celebrities on YouTube, and he had a rant where he talks about how magicians should not do tutorials on YouTube because that is exposure. So it's funny that he's doing videos of moves and he's doing tutorials of moves when he originally said that he does not do tutorials because that's exposure. So. Hey, boy. Do you still practice on Force Unseen? Did you start with Raise, Rise? No, I haven't started with Raise, Rise, number 1. And number 2, I'm still going through... hot one coming up. I'm still going through Force Unseen. So it's definitely not a book that you're going to be able to go through immediately. But I have gotten a little bit of ideas and a little bit of, effects and presentational tips by Force Unseen. But, the moves are... fucking nuts. You have some moves. One of the things is with the lateral palm, the lateral tenkai, which is just a hard move to get down in terms of, actual angles and stuff, but it's still a very rewarding move. Elijah said it was a joke regarding Furman doing a tutorial. Was it a joke? Was it a joke? I mean, he still did another tutorial. He's still done a couple tutorials, but I do remember him saying that, tutorials in general are exposure regardless of what the thing is. So I do remember that explicitly on the Magic Cafe under a thread entitled I made a video on it. I made a video on that whole thing. So have you seen Vacant by the Mystifier? Nope, I have not seen that, dog. Not at all. Vacant. People are finding out different ways to put acan in words and make it sound like normal, right? Like there's Vacant, and then there's another one that I saw recently. Claptrap. Are you talking about this thing? That thing, right? I don't even know if I could do that with this. Fuck me. Hey, boy. Yeah, I can't do that. Hey, boy. Yeah, no, thank you. No, thank you. I'm gonna fucking do this. Hey, man. Funny enough, let me see if I could do this like this. Let me see if I could do this. Fuck me, dude. I'm gonna do this at least once. I'm gonna do this at least fucking once. I'm gonna go through the entire deck doing this shit until I get one that looks good. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? I could see it in your eyes. I could see it when you smile. Hello? What the fuck? Okay, that at least was alright. Okay, fuck me, dude. How fucking rough. That was stupid. When is Project Anytime coming out? Because I just love Powerful Impromptu Takes. Oh, shit. What are you talking about, dude? I don't know what you're talking about. Project Anytime? What? I mean, I do recall the trailer saying 216. But what? What are you talking about, man? That's fucking nuts. Project Anytime? What? I don't have a project coming out on Friday that you guys should totally be on, right? You guys shouldn't... Oh, where you clap and the cards fly out. Oh, I know. Okay, I know the exact trick you're talking about. Yeah, claptrap. Yeah. That one's nuts because you're clapping it and you're finding the card in different ways with the clap. That's fucking nuts. I understand if you don't want to answer this question, but what is your sexuality? What? What kind of fucking offensive question is that, man? Are you insinuating that I like women? Is that what you're insinuating? Because if you are, then I'm fucking triggered. I'm so triggered right now. Oh, man. So triggered. I am the most triggered. I just bought Expert at the Card Table. Can you sell something from that book? I don't like Expert at the Card Table. I'm not a huge fan of it. It's a very boring read. I don't think the stuff there is anything of crazy value. I understand that there's some good tricks on that, you know, some ideas and premises, but I've never liked it. I've always found it to be a very boring book. I do like Expert Card Technique. That one's a better book in my opinion, if you want to learn some hot stuff. Favorite Magic book, Expert Card Technique. That's probably it. Followed by Art of Astonishment. Followed by Magic for Dummies. Followed by Art of Astonishment. A Triggerist. Did you know Lionel Richie's percussion player is the real father of Nicole Richie? And is the... Oh, that's kind of fucked. I remember when Ramsey still was watching Cringe with Furman, and Furman responded trying to defend himself, and it was the cringiest thing. He tries to roast. I didn't see it. Is that video still up? Is that video still up, Elijah? Lubricant it. That's my next A-can. That's my next A-can. Who wrote what? Expert Card Technique was written by Heegaard and Brouwer. So I think Frederick Heegaard and John Brouwer, or one of the first names might be switched, but yeah, the callus right there. So if you touch that, that shit is harder than my uncle after the pool party. Royal Road is all right. I like the layout of the book, but I'm not a huge fan of it compared to Expert Card Technique. But Elijah, yeah, I'm interested in that. I want to know if that video is still up. Oh, it's down? Oh, somebody should have downloaded it, man. Fuck. That would have been dope as shit. That would have been super fucking dope. Because imagine you have that video. Wait, but he tried to do he tried to make fun of Ramsey, or what did he do? Is Triggerist using the correct terminology? Triggerist, I guess. Secant and Cosecant. Cosecant? How to do the setup for... That's fucked. How to do the setup for... Hold up. Kiss the bunny. Well, that you just take out your pockets. And you go, hey, you want to kiss the bunny? Yeah, okay. So you just take out the pockets. And you go, kiss the bunny. And then they look at you and they go, you're fucking retarded. That's what they'll say to you. Somebody said some shit here. Hold up. What product disappointed you the most? Mine was definitely 52 Soar. What's 52 Soar? What is that? Little legend. Hold up. Yeah, he watched Ramsey's. Fuck. Hold up. He liked watching Ramsey Street Magic and tried to come at him. Title was like, Chris Ramsey got roasted. Well, I mean, at least he embraced the meme, I guess, maybe. You know, I do like people that embrace the meme. I don't understand when you get offended because it's all humor. It's all parody. It's all a joke. Like, we're all dead in 70. And, 70 to 80 years. So it's like, you just embrace the meme, dude. I don't understand why. Like, I know that he said that he had to take down some videos because people got offended. I'm like, why? He's done the most PG shit. And you can't express your opinion about something? If somebody puts a thing in public, right? Somebody puts a video in public. They have a video up where they're performing magic. You're telling me I can't have an opinion on that video because I'm afraid that I'm going to offend you? It's in public domain, guy. Like, dude, you put it out there for people to watch. Some people, like for my videos, I've had comments that some people are like, dude, this is the worst thing ever. That Christmas video that I came up with recently, right? The Christmas card trick. I put that on Reddit, and the people on Reddit were like, dude, this is awful. This is literally garbage. This is why magic is dying. I'm like, well, this is a fucking joke. Like, it's a joke. What can I tell you? You don't appreciate the humor, so you're not going to appreciate it. But that's their opinion, I'm not going to change their opinion. That's their opinion. So, I don't know. I agree. I'm mad he took those videos down. 52 Shades of Red. Well, yeah, I imagine that's probably going to be disappointing if you expected to be able to perform it. You know, that's his act. That's his particular methods of doing it. Those are the ones that work for him. They might not work for you, and they probably aren't, because honestly, those are methods that are catered for Shin. Have you bought Clone off of Illusionist? I have not. No, I think that is too pricey. Very pricey. How do you get the click bend out of cards? Rise Magic has a great video on that. How to take care of your cards. So if you look them up, they have a great video. Rise Magic. Everyone started making videos of each other's channels. Well, that's the nature of YouTube. You know, YouTube is a free and open platform. You can make any video pretty much, unless, you know, you have a different opinion than what YouTube wants you to have. Then that's when it becomes an issue. But, you know, I as myself, I should have the right to have an opinion on anything, you know. Is my opinion... Could opinions be wrong? Yeah. So if my opinion is that the sky's red, I'm wrong. And that's testifiably and that's verifiably could be proven as untrue, right? So my opinion could be wrong in that sense. But if I have an opinion as to whether or not I like something, like whether or not I see a video and I like it, that's something you can't take away from me, because that's literally my opinion. So, you know, Ramsey, for example, had this particular opinion over these channels, and he made a humorous video showing that. Then they got offended, which it's every right for them to get offended. But, you know, for them to insinuate that someone's opinion is incorrect because it's not aligned with their opinion, that's just fucking ridiculous. You know? Fuck me. Somebody said some shit. Okay, hold up. I skipped some stuff. Fuck me. I skipped some stuff. Do you play games? Yeah, I have a Switch. I have a Nintendo Switch, and that's my favorite platform that I play on. How many decks do you have? Not a lot. Not a lot in comparison to a lot of other people. I haven't counted, but, you know, it's well under, I guess, 400, well under that. So it was disappointing because there aren't enough gimmicks, and he doesn't include the Gone deck, which he used in his routine. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know, that was more kind of like a, hey, this is the thing that I fooled Penn and Teller with. Hey, this is my act. Here it is. So it's more as a, not as a, here's something, here's how you could do this yourself. It was more of a history and more of a theory, I feel. Hey, see you, dog. Lord Piggy, if one day you need moderator. Yeah, when I need him. Thanks for teaching the top shots. I really appreciate a move that's legitimately learnable. Are you talking about that one? The one where you pull it down? Is that the one you're talking about? Well under 400. Well, I've been doing this shit for like fucking 17 years. So obviously I've collected a lot of decks in that time. So it's not about, you know, oh, no, I didn't buy 400 decks at once. I bought 400 decks throughout, or less than that, or probably more than that. I don't know how much I actually have. But within fucking 18 years, that's nothing, you know? So these are decks that I've accumulated. I've gotten more decks in the past year than I've ever gotten decks in my entire life, honestly. And I most of them I didn't pay for. Like, I've only paid for a couple decks. Most of them have just been sent by companies or other stuff. What's that funny word you use for funky smell? Grajo. Grajo. So Grajo. That's the word. That means, yo, you got some stank on you, boy. You got some fucking stank. You got some deodorant. You need some deodorant, dog. That's what that means. That's a word of a lot of people down here. So there you go. That's how you spell it. Yeah, that means, that's like, if you ever go to like a Magic the Gathering convention, that's what you get, my guy. You get a lot of that shit. What the fuck is going on here, dude? These stories are nuts. Fuck. 17 people are dead after school shooting in Florida. Are you fucking me right now, dude? Are you fucking pranking me? Like, what is this shit, dude? 17 fucks. I mean, like, 17 people had to die because of one idiot's fucking decision. And one idiot just making a fucking brash, heartless decision. What a fucking cunt, dude. Sheesh, I just saw this fucking news story. What a fucking joke, man. Seriously, 17 fucking people got shot. Students and adults. So teachers probably, you know, following protocol, doing all this shit. The guy's apparently 19 years old. Get the fuck out of here, dude. You are a fucking wimp. You are a pussy by every fucking sense of the word. Like, fuck, if you have a problem with someone, tell them that you have a problem with someone. That's the natural human reaction. If I have a problem with someone, hey, I really don't like that, you know? That's a natural human reaction. Don't fucking bottle it in like a pussy and then get a weapon that obviously you're going to have the upper hand on and then take it off on innocent people. You're a fucking pussy. I hope he fucking dies. What a joke. Best deck that I have, they are the... I like, by the way, what a fucking pussy. What a cunt. What a goddamn... And then, what's my favorite deck? Oh, my favorite deck is the Penguin Magic Mark deck. So far, it's the Penguin Magic Mark deck that they came out with. That's like $5. That's my favorite deck because it's thin. It has a traditional bicycle back, I think the maiden design, and it's marked in a very, very effective way. So that one is my favorite deck so far that I played around with. But yeah, man, this is a fucking piece of shit. This is honestly a piece of actual shit. And this guy deserves every sort of bad that happens to him. They caught him. Usually these fucking pussies kill themselves after they do something like this. But he's in custody. You know, he's in fucking custody. So this guy busted out an AR-15 against an unarmed school. Like, obviously you're going to have the upper hand. You know, obviously you know that people are going to lose their lives. So get the, you know, fuck, dude. Grow a fucking backbone. Honestly, grow a fucking backbone. Could do a time travel, ask what magician's card is, and the ace of spades, have a random card on top of the ace of spades. So you could, I don't know what you mean, Mr. Stanton. Hey, boy, happy Rusev Day. Where's Kevin, the security guard? Fucking A. Hell, there are 1,000 people watching on the live stream from Fox. Yeah, I mean, I imagine that's a news story, but it's unfortunate that you have one individual cause so much. That's 17 lives lost. Those are like hundreds of people whose families are affected negatively. Like hundreds, and possibly thousands, depending on the fucking size of the families. All for one fucking dumbass and his decision. And, you know, people are going to say, oh, you know, fuck this. I mean, they're going to blame other factors. They're going to say he isn't right. Nah, fuck him. He's an individual. You know, he did this, and he deserves the consequences for this shit. So, fuck that. You know, there's not a lot that you could experience in high school that would lead to that. Like, I don't care what amount of, if that kid was bullied, if he didn't have friends, if he didn't get any pussy. There's none of that that could justify actions like this. Nothing that he could have done to justify actions like this. But instead, what's he do? He decides to take it out on innocent people. He probably, you know, people that didn't even come in contact with him. These guys are absolute pussies. Like, they're fucking pussies. And I hope he gets what's coming to him. Let me see if I missed any question here. How do you spin a card on your finger? Hey, boy. You know, it's a good combo. It's like have 5 hearts. It's a combo of you're almost throwing the card, so you're rotating the card clockwise, right, with your middle finger, and it's almost a combination of throwing the card and keeping it on your middle finger. So that's kind of the balance that you want to find. But I mean, some tips on this is at first just try to focus on spinning the card once. So try to focus on just spinning the card one entire rotation. So just doing one of these, right? So just hold the card in your hand like this. Try to throw it up and catch it. And try to do that. Now what's going to happen is that eventually your fingertip is going to be able to stick to that card around the middle. You want to put your thumb over here, your middle finger around the middle of the card. And you want to use your middle finger as kind of a pivot point. So that's what's propelling the card to turn over. But you're not going to be able to get this right off the bat. You're going to start slowly. You're going to start just rotating the card once. Maybe it's going to spin a couple times and it's going to fly out of your hand. But you need to find the right balance of when you're able to keep that card in your hand and yet spin it. So it's a knack thing, honestly. This isn't one of those moves that's like, oh, you know, you're going to pick up right off the bat. Some people might, but they're still not going to be able to, you know, spin the card in a way that's like what they want probably or what they've seen. Some people do that. They do a long, like a hot shot cut and then the fucking card spins and I can't fucking do that. Cause we already did, dog, RB. Already did our shit. Whatever we're gonna do. So that's some tips on a pirouette, I guess. Earlier, the speculated was that he might have been triggered by a fight with his girlfriend. Is that true? Is that true that he might have done that from a fight with his girlfriend? Because, I mean, dude, still not, that's still not within any sort of justification. There was a school nearby that, these two guys had a beef over a girl. One ended up stabbing the other one in the neck, and now he's in jail for the rest of his life, and the girl is, like, with another dude. I was like, are you fucking serious? You know? And that happened, I think, relatively close by. I forgot what school it was, but I remember that being a story. In a nearby school. Some other kid. It was two guys. Okay, so hold up. It was two dudes. One of them had a beef with this guy over this girl that this guy was seeing. So I think this guy stabbed him in the neck, killed him. He's in jail, and the girl's with somebody else. Really? Was it worth it? Was it worth it? You tell me. And can I do a Kiss the Bunny color change for my next tutorial? Depends. I don't know how I would do that as a color change. Maybe it changes color, right? Let me see. May have missed it, but what is your current trick aspiration to learn? Like, what individual trick I'm trying to learn? Like, right now, is that what you're asking? Like, what trick am I setting my sights on? Because honestly, right now, I'm not set on any particular trick. I have a couple ideas. Like, the way I approach tricks is that I have problems for myself, right? So I'll just tell you one issue that I have. And I'm not going to tell you my approach to it because I did come up with a couple good methods for this. But my problem right now that I wanted to set was I wanted to have a spectator hold a deck, either behind her back or under the table, take a card from the middle, turn it over, and put it in a deck, right? And then be able to know what that card is, or be able to force that card. That's a problem that I set for myself. So I was thinking, okay, what are different things that I could do? What are different ways that I could approach that? So one way, obviously, that came to my head was the gimmick approach, right? So if, for example, if the spectator turns over a double back card, they're not doing anything because they're just turning over a double back card. Or if the spectator is turning over a card that's already face up. So imagine a spectator turns over a card that's already face up and going in there. You know, that could be something else that's different, right? That could be a method. But how do I get to that position? So that's solutions, and then that way you find solutions to that problem. So that's the way that I approach it. You know, I think of what I want, and then I come up with different ways to come up with solutions to that problem. And I did find a couple ways to be able to do this, which is kind of good. You know, that's, I think, the best way to do it. So I don't have any one trick that I want to do. Like, I don't know if you're like insinuating like, oh, do you want to learn to raise rise, or do you want to learn anything else? But I might set that as a problem. Okay, how do I get a card to somebody's number? How do I get a card that somebody named to somebody's number? How do I get that card? How do I know what that card is? How do I, you know, if I want to have something happen in the spectator's hand, how does that happen? You know, I just set these problems to myself, and then I find ways to solve them. So that's kind of the way that I approach it. So, can you do the trick that never happened? You mean the card trick that can't be explained? That one? Because, yeah, I mean, there's a bunch of different ways to do that. If you have a prediction card, let's see. If I have this as a prediction, let me see. Actually, no. I can't do it for the camera. That's fucking weird. I realize you'd have to be here. I'm like, oh, let's say I have this as a prediction card, and then I have the spectator run their fingers back and forth and stop whenever it is they want, right? Let's say they stop right here on the 8 of clubs. Hey, you know, like how fucking. Somebody said some shits. It's not Paul Cummins. I think it's a classic plot. I don't know if it's Vernon, the card trick that can't be explained, but everybody has a method of doing that. I just blew 150 to watch and buy Clone as well. So far it's cool and excited for that. Hey boy, you should have bought, what could you have bought for 150? You could have bought 150 collect phone calls. That's a 90s thing. That's not really I don't know about that. The card trick that never happened. I didn't know about that at all. I thought you meant the card trick that can't be explained. Oh, that's okay. Then I had no idea what that was. I thought you were mistaking it for the card trick that can't be explained, not the card trick that didn't happen. I don't know that trick at all. It sounds like a good premise. Right? Like I could already think of like an effect with that premise. Like you know, spectator picks a card, right? They sign it. So spectator picks a card, they sign it, and then you do some sort of thing with the trick, and then eventually this card, the signature, gets vanishes from this card, right? And you say, as a matter of fact, the whole trick never happened because I never took the cards out of the box. And then somehow you're able to show the cards back in the box, right? So you could say, oh, the trick never happened. So, hey, boy, look at that. I just came up with a fucking hot trick. Now I have to come up with a method for it. Unless that's the same trick that Paul Cummins came out with. But, I mean, yeah, that's kind of a dope idea. Do you own 52-1 by Wayne Fox? No. I actually asked. That's one of the tricks that I asked. No, it's not. Okay, there you go. I just came up with something to munch on. Do I own it? I actually asked Murphy's to see if they could send me that trick, but I guess they sold out. But yeah, I'm actually interested in that. That looks like a pretty good trick, and I'll definitely be interested in doing that. So that's fucking hot, boy. But I like that. I do like stuff. David Penn, he's a really good magician. You know, the stuff. I have the first Coin Vexed V1. I have it, and that's great. The only problem with that is that it doesn't fit. The gimmick doesn't fit on the back of a Sharpie, which they fixed with V2. But I'm like, dog, you could have done this for V1. So what do you? So yeah, so I usually like stuff by David Penn a lot. Like his stuff is pretty commercial and pretty effective. So. Let me see some shout. Boy, this is fucking... I keep seeing news stories about this shit, and I am fucking upset about this whole new shit. If I send you a pic of the stacked Shenlim uses, could you figure it out? Probably not. Probably not. Why would I be able to... I'm not going to do that. If that's a stack, that's a stack. Did you pass? Did you get super nervous? Yeah, I mean, I still get nervous, man. I mean, anytime you're going to do magic or anytime you're going to do anything that's something that you practice, you're going to get nervous. You know, even necessarily speaking in front of a large group of people, you're going to get nervous. I think luckily in my old job, I got a lot of experience talking to people and a lot of experience talking to large groups, so you lose that sort of fear and you lose that nervousness and that apprehension, but it's still there if you're ever going to do something that you've practiced, right? But the best advice that I could give you on that is to make sure that the first thing that you do is that it's easy. So the first thing that you do is easy, and the first thing that you do is what do you call this shit? Is something that you could do without thinking. So you could pretty much not worry about the trick and the method, and just worry essentially about the presentation and how to do it. So, you know, one of those. I actually helped David Penn improve his chop cup routine. The one with the wine glass. Oh shit, that's a really good one. That's a really good one. Is that David Penn's? I thought that was someone else's. I didn't know that was David Penn's. But that's dope as shit, man. That is honestly dope as shit. I fucking love David Penn, and that one is a great one. I'm trying to remember another one. He also had the wine glass that's bent. He also has a good deck switch. He has good top it work. I'm trying to think of another trick that he does that's amazing. Well, I'm interested in the 52-1 deck, less because that's a good one. That's a good way to do it. I thought of that. Caleb Klein. There you go. I thought of that shit. But what was I gonna fucking tell you? I was gonna tell you some shit here. Fuck me, dude. Oh, David Penn. David Penn has some great shit, and I'm more interested in the method. Honestly, than the actual trick itself, because the method's fooled me. I have no idea how it's done. So I'd be more interested in that for the method than the actual trick itself. So that's one of the tricks that I'm like, fuck, yeah, I would buy it just to know the method, which has happened to me before, and I've been extremely disappointed. Card flicks. I know what you mean by card flicks. Like any sort of way of flicking the cards out of the deck. This is one, right? You do the top shot. Hey, boy, can I even do it to this deck? Can I even do it and catch it? There you go. That's one, right? That's a hot one. Hot one coming at you. Fuck me. What's another card? There's this one. Right? That one's kind of a good one. If you angle the deck towards yourself and you do it, the card flies up. in that sort of way, which is kind of a good thing. You could catch it and look like you are a never seen a pussy. That's a good one. There's this one by, I think, Jean-Pierre Vallerino, right? How funny is that? There's this one by Jean-Pierre Vallerino, and then I do nothing. That shit, right? So you could catch it. I can't catch it here because it's probably gonna be like, this is too close. Fuck me, dude. Hello? Are you fucking pranking me? There you go. Dude, I'm gonna fucking catch this shit, dude. Get the fuck out of here. Bitch! I'm gonna ruin all the cards. I don't give a fuck. Got him. There you go. That's one by Jean-Pierre Vallerino. Right? That took way too long, dude. What the f... Look at this. Now I got this nice little crimp in the cards. Hey, boy! Okay, hold up. Fuck me. Where's the other card? They're gone. Ramsey has a sweet one called the Airbender. The Airbender. I've never heard of it. I mean, there's obviously this one, right? Which is Flick, the shit. That one's super easy to do. And it makes you look like you know what you're doing, right? First try. There you go. First fucking try. I did it. First fucking try. Boy, let's try it again. Because you're supposed to catch it with this hand. There you go. Got him. That's by Jean-Pierre Vallerino. That guy is a fucking... He's French. He's French. I remember first time I saw him, he was... yeah, right, Port Cards. He was in World's Greatest Magics. I think the second one. He had this fucking red jacket and shit. Do you own Chop Cup? No, I don't own Chop Cup or any type of Chop Cup. I was interested in getting the one by Craig Petty, right? I was interested in getting by Craig Petty the Chop Cup, but I didn't necessarily see the value in that. Who's your favorite magician? Hold up, fuck me, man. These comments are like a little bit delayed. Favorite magician? I think Greg Wilson, Paul Harris, David Williamson, Jason Edgar, believe it or not, Bill Malone, Jeff Sheridan, Richard Osselin. You know, these are all my favorite fucking magicians. They're all people that have inspired me in one way or another. Take one card out, faro the rest of the deck, but don't push them in together. Angle them at 90 degrees. Stick the card, strike in, and it'll fly out. Okay, so take one card out, faro the rest. Okay, all right. Don't push them in. Angle them 90 degrees. Okay, right. Insert that one card in the middle. Okay, where do I insert that card, dog? Faro the rest, but don't push them in. Angle them 90 degrees. This is 90 degrees. Insert the card anywhere in the middle. In the bottom. What? Oh, so I put it like this. I put it here. Right, is that what you're saying? No? Fuck, dude. This is like the hardest thing to do here. Trying to get it from below. Yeah, there's no way I'm gonna get this. I'm fucking just based on reading your chat. Like, hey, do this. Okay, all right. There's no way I'm gonna get this correctly, especially with the delay and all that shit. Never heard of it. What's special about that cup? It's not. It's you could do with any cup. It's a chop cup that you could do with any cup. So it's called Chopped or Chop by Craig Petty. It's a really good item. I know exactly what it is. I didn't buy it, but you know I learned what it is subsequently through someone. I forgot who told me. But I think it's worth it if you want to do a chop cup with any cup. So it's a great thing. So pretty much you borrow a cup and you get a dollar bill, or you get whatever item happens to fit the bill, and then you do chop cup with that, and then at the end a lemon comes out, and in that lemon is a dollar bill. Great trick, great fucking trick. The one with the PK Sharpie, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. I don't want to say the method, but yeah, it's the one with the PK Sharpie. Great idea on that. Okay, fuck me, hold up. What's the best project affect the purchase based on quality and price? Are you talking about my shit, or are you talking about other people's shit? Why do you have Tide Pods in a desk? Why not have Tide Pods in a desk? That's a real question. If you don't have Tide Pods in a desk, then you're missing out, dude. You are missing out, my G. Fuck me, dude. Hold up. Somebody said some shit. What someone said some shit? Are you curious? Even if I knew how it's done, I wouldn't tell you on stream. That's kind of fucked. Did I get 2? Yeah, I got 2, boy. I got 1 there, and I got 1 here. I said I got 1 there, and I got 1 here. I said I got 1 here. You know when when you just want to end it, when you want to end everything, like your life and then everything that you've worked on. But I have no idea how clone was done, and I wouldn't say it. But Angle Z is a great trick. Angle Z is phenomenal. If you saw on Instagram, I put up a trick called, well, I didn't put up a trick. I put up a performance that I called Angle P because I thought I'm funny, right? I thought I would be a little bit funny. So that was kind of hot, using a gaff and using a little bit of a coverage, clever coverage of that gaff. You know when your nuts hurt? Okay, that's 1 at least. That was close there. I'm gonna say 13. 13 is the next one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13. 13! Oh my god, 13. That's crazy, dude. I didn't know you could do that, Piggy. What the fuck? I thought you were worse than that. Are you practicing, Piggy? Because you are so good. I don't chop, but I thought the method was obvious. I didn't think so. I didn't think the method was obvious. I think that you, if you angle it correctly, you could get away with it. He does do it in a way that is obvious, kind of in a DVD, because he's like, oh, it's almost like he's holding the marker in a way that's uncomfortable. But there are ways to do it that is not completely glaringly obvious to the spectator. So, right? I gotta go. See you, dude. Do you do any trick that messes with dual reality? Yeah, I have a couple on the channel. As a matter of fact, a couple on the channel. 2. Thank you. Fuck me. But I have one that's on the channel that's like this thing. This idea, right? Where you have the spectator think of any card they see in the deck. So think of a card that you could see, right? You got one? Okay, go ahead. And then from there you go on to whatever you want. But that's a dual reality ploy that I've enjoyed. Right? But why? So yeah, I don't know what the fuck. I know what you would want to know with that question, but I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why you would want something with dual reality. I know Peter Turner has a lot of good stuff with dual reality, right? He has a lot of great stuff. There's one that I think I put on Patreon a little while ago. I think if I didn't put it up, then I'm going to put it up. But it's a trick where you have the spectator think of any card, right? Haha, you think of any card, and then a spectator, another spectator takes a deck to a corner. They go through the cards, and they take out a certain card. They take out whichever card they want, and then that card ends up being the same card that's thought of by the spectator. I put that on Patreon. And that trick is one that requires a lot of bolas. But it's still one that when you get it, which you will, probably 90% of the time, it's very effective. So that's something that I put there. Highest number of packets you could Sybil cuts. Let's figure that out. Fuck me. That's not it. I know I could do more. I know that's more. Okay. That's probably it. That's probably the limit of it. So that many. I'm not a cardister. I'm not a cardist. I'm not a cardisterist. I'm not a artist of cards. Artist of card. I might be autistic though. I feel. A cardister. I'm a cardister. Are you a cardister? I'm a cardister. I'm not a cardister. Hey, boy. Okay. Let me see. Did I? Man tries to reach 100K. I should do a stream until I reach 100K, right? This stream should last that long. Do you guys think? Hit the like button if I should do the stream until I get 100K. Let's see. Let's see how many likes I get. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's what I'm talking about, boy. 2 likes, 2 whole likes ever since I said that. That's dope. I don't know. Because on my thing it says, on my social blade it says that I'll reach 100K projected in like 4 years, and I'm like, no, I'm gonna make it happen. I'm gonna make it happen, bitch. I'm gonna fucking do it. So, whatever it takes, I'll do. Do you like anime? I've seen a vagina, so I don't like anime. That's a joke. I do like anime. I do enjoy anime a lot, particularly old anime like Rurouni Kenshin is one of my favorite animes. I watched One Piece for a little while. I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. I watched Trigun. Trigun, if you guys are familiar with that hotness. Pokemon is obviously anime, even though people refuse to see it as anime. That's funny. The Mike 1 2 3 4 5 6. That's hysterical that you haven't made a comment yet. The moment I mention something like Kenshin, you fucking watch, or you say Kenshin. That intro song Freckles is in my head constantly. So, does cheetah print translate to crazy women? I've heard that a few times. Yes. My experience is that every bitch that wears cheetah print, which funny enough right here, hey boy, head reveal, is fucking ridiculous. This is not mine, by the way. That's not mine, or the person I stick my penis in. Favorite character besides Kenshin? What do you mean? Like in the show? Like in the show itself? Because obviously it has to be Sanosuke, right? I'm saying too much about myself here. I have to, like, it's taken out my vagina. Like, whatever, whatever. I feel like all the push-ups I've ever done in my life have been removed from me just answering a question like that. Like, my testosterone level has come down for me saying that. And like, other stuff when, it's like, hey, do you like wrestling? Yeah, I like wrestling. Oh, that just takes even more of it off. Ask Ramsey to do a tutorial. That'll get you at least 50,000 subs. Yeah, I guess. I don't want to. I don't know. I don't know. It'd be kind of dope to do a tutorial with him, but I'd rather do a video with him in person, right? Hi, Pig Cake. First time writing. Say hi for me. Hi, Bastovan. But I'd rather do a video with him in person. Do something along the lines of that if I were to do a video. So, have I met Ramsey? No. We'll say that. No, I haven't. But we have kind of, had back and forth. I guess, for lack of a better term. Again, I don't have a face, man. What would he say? How would he know it's me, right? So, thanks, you made my day. I try to make a lot of people's day. Preferably people that are like, like in what do you call this shit? People that are like in, like, for example, if you're McDonald's and I'm purchasing something from McDonald's, I'll try to make you giggle. And then it'll probably fail, so I end up failing and kind of cringing. So, does anyone else see this being pregnant bitch? I don't see that as a pregnant bitch, and not specific, but yeah, Hunter. I think I've made that apparent in most of my videos. You could tell by the trees. How come Sankey doesn't like you? I don't know if Sankey doesn't like me, but I know that he blocked me because I tweeted at him once. Jokingly, I want to fist fight Jay Sankey. That's what I tweeted at him as a joke, obviously. Sankey's one of the magicians that I like a lot. I looked up to for years on end, right? But, he blocked me because of a dumb joke, and I think that's kind of shitty, TBH. But he blocked me because I said I want to fist fight at Jay Sankey on Twitter, and he blocked my ass. So, yeah, right? I mean, I don't understand why. Like, dude, if he would have tweeted at me saying, I want to fist fight Pig Cake, I'd be like, dope. I wouldn't necessarily be like, wow, this guy wants to fight me, but I'd understand the joke, right? Obviously, I don't want to fist fight Jay Sankey. Why would I want to fist fight Jay Sankey? That don't make no sense, dog. Oh, man. Man, I'm fucking hungry, boy. I gotta order some shit. Refunding Jay Sankey. That's fucked. That's a little fucked. I mean, he's come out with a lot of stuff. I mean, when it comes to Jay, he's a really smart-minded magic. He's a really, he has a lot of great ideas. He's fucking, you know, but, you know, sometimes he comes out with shit, you know. Sometimes he'll come out with a product that's like, dude, you know, fuck, that's not a lot. That's not good at all. I don't understand why he would come up with something like that in the market. But there are a lot of stuff that he's come out with that is solid gold, you know, solid fucking gold. And, you know, he's the first product I ever bought was a Jay Sankey trick. It was airtight. That's the first Magic product I've ever bought. He has a lot of great ideas. He has a wonderful mind for Magic. He's very funny. But he did block me on Twitter, which is kind of shitty, considering it was a joke. But, you know, whatever. That's his prerogative, dog. Really good double facer trick. I bought him in one of the projects. You're talking about Sankey, probably. Favorite card deck? I think I mentioned it earlier. It's the new Penguin Magic Mark deck. That one, whatever they came out with that's brand new, it's like $10. That is my favorite deck so far. Just because they're marked and they have a wonderful finish and they're thin. Which is better? OSYN, so only signed card. I think that's the Mark Calabrese one. And paperclip. Well, paperclip is, you know, that original method, right? I don't know the method of OSYN, but I feel like, I mean, paperclip is the original method. I think from what I understand, they're very similar, fairly similar. But they are, fuck me, dude. No, just look up Mark Deck Penguin Magic. It should be in the top 10. But, I mean, paperclip is the original, and it's such a simple and beautiful method. I can't imagine there being anything that improves on that. Sankey's best card magic has to be the double face trick. Forgot the name, though. I don't know. I mean, his best trick, at least to me, Simification is going to love. This was Back in Time. Back in Time by Jay Sankey. I have to mention it once every stream because someone inevitably asks me, hey, what's your favorite trick? I say Back in Time by Jay Sankey. And then somebody says, hey, show me Back in Time by it. Or 4 times, yeah, sometimes 4. So it's in the FAQ. Not in this one, though. I realize that the description on this video is different than the description in the other live streams, which is kind of funny. But I guess that's the nature of the beast, boy. How long should I stream? Somebody tell me. How long should I stream, man? Boy, somebody tell me. Because it's been 2 hours, so how long should I make this? Should I make this until I get 100K? Because right now we only have, let's see how much longer. I have right now 31,292. So that's 31,292. So that means that let's do some math here. Let's do some basic math. Minus. That is 68,708. I think I could do it, right? I think it shouldn't be that long. So it's only 68,708 people that need to follow me, right? In order for me to stop streaming. And this is connected, so this has power on, so I could do it. I mean, it would be kind of awkward for you guys sometimes because I'd be like, oh shit, you know, I gotta go eat or I gotta take a piss or something. But 68,000. So assuming I get I get 2 subs every. So wait, let me see if I get a sub every minute. That's just gonna equal. Oh, okay, that's reasonable. That's a reasonable amount of time. I'm sure I did the math incorrect on that, but yeah, I don't think that should take too long. Just 68,000, and we'll be good, right? Hashtag 68,000. If you could waterboard any magician, who would it be? I'm trying to think of. I'd waterboard a Rick Lax. I don't know. Who's annoying enough? Well, Jabrizi now. Jabrizi's fairly annoying, especially because he doesn't realize how annoying he is. Hashtag Hoomst 68,000, right? Yeah, that's dope. 68. That's not a lot. 68,000. Let's think of what else is 68,000. I ate 68,000 bits of rice today, right? Probably. I guess maybe. Johnny B. A boy. Evan Era. No, I wouldn't want to waterboard Evan Era. No, even though he's kind of a cunt, I wouldn't want to waterboard Evan Era. I would probably. Man, it would probably, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if there's anyone really, right? I'm the humblest person you've ever seen, right? Get the fuck out of here, dude. And that shit. I'm the humblest person. I'm the humblest person here, and I'm the only African-American magician. Get the fuck out of here, dude. Ice McDonald, Eric Jones, Marcus Eddy, Cash, right? Rashad, fucking, fuck me. Who else? Who else is black and does magic? Everyone else, man. Fuck. A bunch of black magicians doing magic. This guy's, I'm the only black magician doing magic. Get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm probably more black than he is. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. Michael Vincent. Yeah, how the fuck did I forget Michael Vincent? Michael fucking Vincent. There you go. Fuck, another amazing one. Says he's better at Ramsey. At what? That's such a generalized comment, like such a stupid and general comment to make. I'm better than Ramsey. I'm better than whoever else. I'm better than who? At what? At taking a shit? You probably are. You know, at taking a piss? You could be. At card magic? In some aspects, right? But in what? Like, saying that tells me how unintelligent you are. If you say I'm smarter than you, how, in what sense, to what capacity? Like, it's such a generalized statement that it shows me how retarded you are, making a statement like that. Like, I'm better than somebody else. Right? Like, get the fuck out of here. But do they give Magic the swag it never had? Oh, fuck me, dude. I just got AIDS reading that. I just saw the swag Magic kit. The fucking swag Magic kit that he has. Fuck me, dude. 68,000/52. At least 1,300 deck of cards. You're right. Yeah, that's not a lot of decks, right? For subs. So 68,000 subs till I get 100K, right? Madison is better than Erdnase? Probably. Probably. I mean, if you see what Erdnase wrote in Expert at the card table, probably Madison is better than Erdnase. Erdnase was kind of shit, depending on... If you compare Erdnase, whoever this fucking guy was, based on his volume of work, which was Expert at the card table, then this guy is one of the shittiest people out there. He just aggregated a whole bunch of ideas in the gambling scene that really weren't aggregated before. That's what he did. He made them into one tome, into one volume, and then that's his legacy, right? But if that's it, then he's definitely, Madison's better than him. You know, anyone's better than fucking him at that point. So, you know, fuck. There you go, boy. So nobody's told me how long I should stream. Nobody's told me how long I should do the stream or how I should last this. How much longer I should make the stream. Nobody's told me, boy. It's in your title. So you said 7 seconds. It's in my title. So you're saying until I get 100K. Is that what you're saying? Until I get 100K subs? Because that's going to be pretty hard, dude. At this point. I mean, I can only do... There's only so many Tide Pod challenges that I could do. Is that Russian Genius? Hey, boy! What time is it over there, man? What time is it over there, dog? I know that it's fucking... it's 9 over here, so it's probably morning over there. You probably just woke up, dog. Go to bed, man. Yeah, you either haven't slept or you're just getting up. Boy, I ate 5 grams of mushrooms before. And you're on YouTube. That's fucking hysterical, dude. That is really funny. Yeah, I think I'm going to do the stream until I get 100K. I don't know if that's... that might be possible. If I take the amount of mushrooms that you took, it might be possible. At least in my head. So, we'll see. That's so funny, dude. That is fucking hysterical. It's like, no, it's 4 o'clock. I just took 5 grams of mushrooms. You went from, hey, I haven't done any drugs into, I haven't done any drugs to, yo, dude, pot is the best. That's the funniest thing ever, dude. See if I can do this shit. Let me see if I can do this, boy. I mean, it's only been 2 hours so far. Hey, boy. 3. Alright, that was easy. That was easy, though. Whew. Yeah, that was easy. Fuck me, I thought I was close there. I thought I was close. Let's see if I could do it. I'm getting closer, boy. I'm getting closer. You already know. It's too many shuffles already, though. I kind of already fucked up, but... I mean, fuck it. Hey, Piggy. Hey, Pie Moser Eater. Fake News is asking you how Putin is. Yeah, Putin. The greatest name for a pet rabbit that I've ever heard in my entire life, dog. Greatest name. Putin. So there's Putin, there's Piggy. There's a lot of shit, dude. How do you shuffle like this? It's not hard. I mean, you are pretty much two. It is that you are, you're just separating the cards this way. You are pulling up with your thumbs, right? Or you could do it from the middle here if you want to have a more open shuffle. But you're just letting go of your thumbs one at a time. And I could probably do this as more accurately than a pharaoh. I could probably do this 1-1. Yeah, nope, I fucked 2 cards up there. I fucked 2 cards at the end there. But... right? Don't he have a pet bear? I don't have a pet bear. Vladimir, I don't think he has a pet bear either. He has a pet rabbit, which is probably the biggest pussy magnet, honestly, you could get. Probably 4, 2, 3. Oh, fuck me. I thought I got the ace without even thinking. Yeah, so that rabbit must be the greatest vagina monster. Okay, so it's slow motion right here. Okay, you separate the cards, right? You just separate the cards. That's step 1. Step 2, thumbs here, fingers in the front. Then your thumb is just doing this. You're just riffling up with both thumbs. That's all you're doing. But because the packets are interweaved, you're going to be able to shuffle them like this, right? That is the dovetail shuffle. That's one of the first things you kind of learn. First things I guess I learned. Some people could do this perfectly 8 times and revert the deck back to its normal position. I can't do that. Is it the clubs that's missing? Because I think I just peeked it. 7. Hey, boy! I actually got it that time. That's hot. Any old magicians? Me, I met him once. There you go. Yeah, Beats. Beats allegedly met Di Vernon, who was old as fuck even back then, right? Do you have any other hobbies? Yeah, I mean, I used to play music, I guess. I used to be heavy into music. Certain orchestral instruments. I used to be into cooking, believe it or not. That was my first kind of hobby and ambition. Allegedly. No, I believe you, dog. You just gotta trust but verify. Trust but verify. So what do you call this shit? So yeah, those are I guess some hobbies. You know, jogging, some light sports. Those are all little hobbies, I guess. But can I rap? I can't rap. I can't rap, dude. I'm not a rapper. Rappist? I'm not a rappist. Demonetized. Dead demonetized. Right? Just instantly demonetized saying rappist. These nuts? That's what I thought. That's the most vulgar thing. I feel like a middle schooler now. What you teach? These nuts? Wish your donation link wasn't through PayPal. Well, PayPal is the easiest one, honestly. PayPal is the easiest thing and the thing that has the most similarity, right? You could ask Rocco Solano. Rocco's one of my, I remember I used to, he has some old VHSs that I bought years ago. I fucking love Rocco. Rocco, he's like this weird sort of fucking like, I don't know. I love his style. Like I love the way he performs it. I think in one of the interviews he talks about what do you call this? Fuck me. He talks about this idea of Bible that he's trying to replicate. I personally hate PayPal. You hate Elon Musk? Is that what it is? Sima? He talks about trying to replicate tricks from the Bible. I think I remember seeing that in one of his DVDs. But I remember the guy's stuck in the 80s though. That's my favorite thing. Like his gotta go piggy. Hey boy, good luck with your 100K. Hey, I'll do it, boy. You know it. But what do you call this shit? So he's this weird eccentric dude. And I feel like, his style is in that 80s. He still has the glitter over his shoulder and shit, wearing those very expensive suits. But he's just a fun guy to watch. If you guys haven't seen Rocco, I think I could get 2 aces now. I could obviously this one and this one. I said, and this one. Third time's a charm. You know what I hate when these nuts, that's what I hate when these nuts don't work. I gotta go. Wish you get 1 million subs. Hey, boy. My goal is to surpass Daniel Fernandez. I think if he could do it, I could do it. That's kind of my goal. But I love Rocco. If you guys aren't familiar with Rocco Solano, his shit is just so out there. This is going, dude. I think I've asked some people how long should I go for this, and they said until you actually reach 100K. So I gotta hit 100K and then I'll end the stream. So hopefully, when that happens. What would Vernon say about Magic progression today? Well, Vernon was probably from this very old school mentality of Magic being something that you pass down, right? I don't know if he was as exclusive. I think he was, from what I've read. That he had this sort of, in and out club, where if you weren't able to perform certain things, like certain baseline things, he wouldn't invite you to the in group, right? I feel like that was the case with him. So he would probably hate everything to do with Magic. He'd probably hate YouTube. I mean, VHS was barely getting around when he was right. I mean, he passed away 91, I think. 92. Marla was 91. So he was just seeing the upbringing of this whole media, this whole new media of Magic being sold visually, right? So imagine, people being able to show all these methods that magicians once held so secretive on YouTube and shit, like the diagonal palm shit. That shit is, something that used to be a kind of like a measuring stick of your skill. So, probably because he was drunk as fuck, to be honest. That's probably it, right? About him, he would hate YouTube exposure. If Vernon used to lecture for 6 hours because he was drunk. That's probably it. Not a good family man, from my understanding. Not a good family guy, from my little bit of an understanding. But I guess that goes with the territory. You can't really be a performer at that level and dedicate that much of your life to Magic without being something being negated, right? So probably, a great storyteller, that's for sure. But for sure, kind of neglected that family aspect of his life, which is a necessity, I guess, right? So I mean, he's an interesting character, that's for sure. He's definitely an interesting character. But you guys do this. If you guys have seen this shit, I'm probably gonna fuck it up completely from this angle, but right. Bizarre twist or whatever it is from Art of Astonishment. Can you teach the diagonal palm shift? No, because I can't do it. I can't do it well, that's for sure. So Ramsey just come up with a tutorial for it. I haven't seen that one personally, but I mean, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness. All right, that looks fucking good. Oh shit. That looks fucking good on camera. You should watch his interview where he talks about finding the guy in the middle. Dude, I have the book, dude. The book, as a matter of fact, I don't know if I have it anywhere near here, but Alan Kennedy, that whole story, it's a wonderful story. And then with the story on the girl, So, you know, him and Charlie Miller were looking for this man who could allegedly deal from the center, you know, of the deck. Obviously, that's a very coveted deal, because that means that you don't have to nullify the cut, right? You don't have to nullify the cut. So usually you would have to do some sort of pass or nullify the cut somehow. The name of the book, I'll tell you right now if you give me exactly 2 seconds. And by 2 seconds, I mean not fucking 2 seconds. The name, boy! The name of the book is The Magician and the Card Sharp by Carl Johnson. The Magician and the Card Sharp. That's the name of the book. He instructed his son not to tell anyone Vernon was a magician. That's fucking odd. But yeah, there you go. That is the name of the book. The Magician and the Card Sharp. And he talks about the little girl because they were looking for days for this guy. And this book is good because it shows you the juxtaposition of Alan Kennedy's life, who was this, you know, this very not low class, but pretty much a poor worker who had this one ability where he was able to do it. Okay, this book did have this thing. Let me see if I can show you guys this shit. Right? So that's Vernon, very young. I think performing for his wife, yeah. And then you had, let me see if I could show you Alan Kennedy. Alan Kennedy, oh, right here. Here's Alan Kennedy. So he's a dude that could deal from the center, right here, right? And then, you know, Vernon obviously would neglect his fucking family just to do this shit. So kind of a sad story, to be honest, because, you know, this guy did neglect his family for magic and shit, but it's still interesting to see, you know, obviously, and if it wasn't for that, then we wouldn't have a lot of the stuff that we would have today. Is anyone looking at those Tide Pods and mouth-watering? No, I'm actually looking at that, and I'm like, damn, boy, I want one of those. Give me one of those, boy. I'm actually fucking hungry as shit. I need to find something to put inside of my face, dude. Because I don't know what I should get. You guys vote on what I should get. Do you like Magic progressing back then, or do you like it today? Definitely today. I think that this is what I was talking about earlier. Magicians back then were hiding behind methods. They were hiding behind these little methods. Now these methods are becoming more available to people, you know, and then you kind of you have to have a creative challenge for yourself. So you have to be able to be a competent performer and be a human. So I love the way Magic's progressing today. And if you would have told me, you know, years ago, hey, you're gonna have a platform where you could look at people actually performing Magic, I would have lost my shit, because this is something that I would have killed for as a kid. You know, I didn't have this. I had books, I had DVDs, I had VHS. I didn't have YouTube. I didn't have, you know, even fucking rudimentary online video was ridiculously hard to come across back then. So I didn't have any of that shit. So I just love the way Magic is progressing. And to be a human, yeah. Taco Bell? Should I get Taco Bell? I don't know, man. I don't know. He risked his marriage. He risked a lot of things doing that, right? He risked a lot, not just doing general shit, not necessarily just doing, getting that method. Travis, what's going on here? Somebody said some shit and you're responding, Sima. I feel abandoned. How are you abandoned? Oh, okay, that's funny because I left. Have you seen a close-up magician perform to you that fooled you? No, I don't think so. I don't think I've ever had anyone do something for me that's completely fooled me, I guess. A grown man eats Taco Bell to get that's fucked. All right. Yeah, I should do that. TB? I don't know. You're the best, so it doesn't matter. Hey, boy. Waiting for the 100K face reveal. Well, it's not going to be an 100K face reveal. It's going to be an 100K me fighting illusionist party, I guess. Me fighting illusionist video. That's kind of the goal for 100K. But the real question is, what do I ingest? That's the real question. What should I ingest and put inside of my face? Because I'm trying to be cheap here. I don't want to get something that's like too... let me give this guy 2. Hey, boy. Yeah, if I look at my order history here, it's kind of sad. Edibles, that's funny. In a pig mask, yeah, that's kind of the goal, to do it in a pig mask. Get a whole chicken at Pollo Tropical. Yeah, I don't think I have one anywhere near here, unfortunately, so... Oh shit, it's Hulk. That's funny. Chinese food, you think? I'm not a huge fan of Chinese. Honestly, I'm more of a cheese guy. I think that's one of the indicators that I found of finding a fake Chinese restaurant. If you have if the Chinese restaurant serves cheese in any form, I think it's fake. That's something I remember reading a while ago. I don't know if that's real or not. It seems to be real. Let me see if there's anything here that's appealing. I'll probably just get some Mickey D's. KFC Sharpie reveal. Hey, boy. Hey, boy. I'm glad you remember that video. That was one of my favorites. Card prediction. I write the prediction on a chicken, on a KFC chicken. That was in my fridge for way longer than I want to admit to. That shit was in my refrigerator for way fucking longer. Do they have the Mac Jr. back? I think they do. Have I tried Uber Eats? Yeah. Almost ridiculously, I've tried Uber Eats. Hey, boy. Somebody just said, Brandon Ingy said, what up, pig cake? Stop. Don't tell me that, dude. Don't fucking tell me stuffed crust, because then I'm going to end up getting stuffed crust. You know, I'm going to be good to myself. I'm not going to get anything. I'm going to try to be healthy and not get anything. And also be smart. I'll probably end up just making something here. Just being intelligent. What do you think of the jerks? I haven't seen a lot of the jerks. Honestly, I know that somebody's recommended to look at it, but I haven't seen a lot of it. Is that like he does like parody vlogs, right? So he does like parody vlogs of like the Jinx magazine or whatever. So wait, Piggy, what do you do full time? YouTube is full time, yeah. I've been doing this full time for about a year since. Unfortunately, I had to end it with my other employer, but I've done this full time. I was doing YouTube before then, but I had an opportunity to do it like full time here this year. And obviously, it's hard because with the sub count, there isn't necessarily a great sort of financial component to it. But it's a little bit of an experiment in trying to, I guess, make it without having to have, I guess, a boss per se, or without having to do what I did previously. Yeah, so I mean, obviously selling stuff, I'm selling shit at the pigcake.me. That helps out tremendously. Patreon is fucking, godsend. And then YouTube, I still make a little bit on YouTube. Wouldn't you want to work somewhere else for the extra cash flow? Yeah, I mean, I am kind of looking into that now, just in terms of just to make sure that I do have that stability, because right now it's not really stable per se. So I do want to make sure that it's that. But at the same time, that is going to take away sort of, it's going to take away time from the channel, and I really wanted to dedicate 100%. So if I have something else, I'm not going to be able to dedicate 100% to the channel, which is what I want to do and what I think it needs for growth, if that makes sense. So, it's kind of a thing, but I think hopefully I can make it work. Hold up, fuck, like 8 questions just got through here. Fuck, dude. Okay, so I saw this one, I guess. Do I like Dan and Dave? Yeah, I do love Dan and Dave. They're the first ones that kind of bring HD Magic to Magic. So before then, you typically had the same style of cinematography when it came to showing magic tricks, but they pretty much brought the idea of cinematography to magic, and obviously through, you know, a whole bunch of card sleights and a whole bunch of unique approaches to magic. So they pretty much created an entire movement, I would say. You know, they're the ones that kind of innovated that whole cardistry. Obviously shuffling and flourishes were around way before they got to the picture, but you know, they were able to kind of improve on that and add their own twist and style to it. And ultimately, because of that, they become successful. So, you know, all the best to them. But I think they're great, and I think everything they come up with is pretty much solid gold. I don't think they've come out with anything, to my knowledge, ever that hasn't been at least good. Video quality is really improving. Hey, boy, I'm glad, man. I'm glad. I really hope that you guys see that, you know, because I am, you know, it is really full time. It's full time without the pay. That's what YouTube is. I have my degree from university, boy. But YouTube really is, it's full time without the pay, because it takes a long time to come up with the videos, to make the videos, to edit it, to, you know, to do all the things necessary to make sure that you do have a channel. So fuck, dude, that is a full-time gig. But, you know, hopefully I could make something from it. So I'm glad that you guys are at least enjoying the shit. What's the difference between a card mechanic and a magician and a card magician? The word, the jargon. There's no difference. A card mechanic is like calling yourself a visualist if you're a magician. It's the same shit. You know, it's not anything that's is unique, you know? I just watched one of your older videos and recently watched your newest one. Big improvement. Well, improvement in the quality, right? In the quality. So it's not necessarily improvement in the... Well, the content obviously is changed a little bit. But, you know, I still want to have that quality, and I still want to have better quality, and I still want to improve, you know, cinematography, and improve just little things, little touches here and there in the sound quality, and, you know, the way I edit videos and the stuff. So I want to always be improving stuff constantly. So... but without taking away. So I don't know if that's the hard thing. Parents are supporting you? No one's supporting me. I'm supporting myself. So the YouTube ad revenue doesn't pay you enough to make a living? Not yet. That's for sure. Not yet. I mean, it's thankfully it's never been at a decline. It's always been at an upcline, I guess, for lack of a better term. But not yet by any means. So, but the thing is that's kind of what's I don't live with my parents. That's kind of the risk, right? That's the risk, and that's something that, you know, is the nature of this. That's the nature of this. There's risk involved. There is the, you know, what do you call this shit? The you know, you're trying to make a living through a creative means, right? So you are. Okay, so hold up. Let me touch on that, Beats. But you are trying to make a living through creative means, which is never easy because it's a highly competitive market, I guess. So, so how you doing this full time? Well, luckily, I don't have a lot of expenses that are crazy. Like, I don't have a lot of expenses. I don't owe anything out of college. So, you know, that way, I guess. I don't want to really say much more about that because then it gets too personal, but... Stone Cold or Mankind? Fuck, Mankind. I've always been a Mankind fan. Stone Cold is the shit, don't get me wrong. But Mankind, boy, come on. Somebody asked me some shit here that I missed. Fuck me. Have you watched Robert Kinsel's interview? I have not. I don't even know who that is. Robert Kinsel, I don't know who the hell that is. Is your sleights improving? Yeah, obviously. I practice every day. I try to get, you know, what I can every day in terms of practice. So I'm never just being stagnant. I think when you're like this, you know, that's when you should move on from something else. But in terms of like magic and skill and that, it's always a progression. You kind of always want to be in an uphill. You never want to be downhill. Oh, the head of YouTube. Okay, all right. I didn't remember his name, but I did see that interview, and it's kind of a very interesting. It's a very interesting sort of way that he sees. You know, he kept saying safe. I want to make YouTube safe for people. And it's like, okay, so clearly you guys have a little bit of an agenda, right? So, you know, seeing that interview is it's not good. You know, I think that there's some positivity out of that, but seeing their their kind of approach from the back end doesn't make me happy at all. It doesn't kind of give me any sort of motivation, I guess. Just interested on how YouTube. Well, it's never one stream of income. It's never just YouTube. I don't think you could ever. I mean, obviously, unless you if you have like 1 million subs, it's very easy to make a decent living or a good living on YouTube. But when it comes to regular run-of-the-mill YouTubers, it's never going to be just one stream of income. So you need to have things coming in from different sides. So me, luckily in Magic, you're able to sell stuff. You're able to sell stuff, whether that's content or sell, merch. I guess that's how Jake Paul's making his most of his killing. But you're able to kind of push that, and it is something that it is the way you're making a living, but also it's kind of worth the money. I don't know if that makes sense. I don't know if that kind of makes sense, because me personally, I've been lucky that through coming out with little projects like any card, any number, 5-2, these things, they are, they're allowing me to kind of keep trying at this YouTube thing. Patreon does help tremendously. Yeah, Patreon does help tremendously. But also, having that little store, because people are able to get something that's more premium than any of the tutorials that you're going to find on YouTube, and get a little bit more in-depth with certain things. So for example, that short project, I talk about, we go through short cards and go through all this stuff with, detail, with great detail. And I think there's some value in that. And people have found value in that because they bought it. So that at least has helped me keep this kind of YouTube thing as a thing, So hopefully I could keep it that way. But it is a challenge. If that's, if that's any indication, it's always a challenge. So if you were to do a signed card trick, what would you do? Probably an ambitious card. Probably an ambitious card. That's the easiest signed card trick you could do, right? Just have somebody pick a card, and then obviously, the signed card. I think too many people jump on signed card as like, oh, the card needs to be signed. So if a card ends up, for example, in your pocket, oh, it needs to be signed. No, it doesn't. It doesn't need to be fucking signed. There's a lot of tricks that people sign their cards for no fucking reason, and it's like, oh, it could be done with a signed card. Yeah, but it wouldn't matter. You get me? The reason why you're signing a card is because you want to make sure to the spectator that this is the only one. So if, for example, if you're open about the way they pick a card, if you're open about their selection and you give them opportunities to change their mind, oh, you picked this card. Are you sure? Do you want to change your mind? I'm going to give you the chance one more. I'm going to give you one more chance to change your mind. 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay? Just remember, you could have changed your mind. And then you do whatever it is with that trick. That's enough to kind of dispel the need for a signed card. So a lot of people jump to the, oh, the card could be signed. There's a lot of stuff you could do without signed cards. And a lot of stuff that... what do you call this shit? A lot of things that just wanted to give you an opportunity to show. You're fucking funny, boy. But a lot of people jump to getting or needing a signed card in a trick in order for them to think that it's effective. It's not. You don't need a signed card for every trick. Show your face? No, I don't think so. That defeats the point. That really defeats the point. The reason I set up the Patreon was because if you think that what I'm doing is worthwhile and you want to support me, then jump on that and you'll get some content. That's kind of why I wanted to do the Patreon shit. So that thing is not like, oh, I'm going to show my face. Like that's not what I set it up. I've set it up as kind of if you want to give back and you want to get some content that I'm not putting anywhere else, then that's where Patreon comes along. It helps tremendously because it's a stream of income that definitely helps in doing stuff that I need to do. But at the same time, I'm also giving you something. So it's not just, oh, hey, pay me money for no reason. It's you're getting exclusive content. You're getting content that, for example, isn't that I think is more premium, and you're getting more detail, and you're getting stuff that I would consider to be, like I've already mentioned in this way, like pieces of my heart, I guess. So little things that I wouldn't put on YouTube because I don't think I would want to put them on a platform that's available to everyone. So I'd rather have it on a platform where people are actually generally invested in me and give it to them, just because I want to say it as a thank you. Like I want to be like, oh guys, here's stuff that I've, kept to myself. Here's stuff that I think is gold. Thank you. Thank you for supporting me. So that's what I've established Patreon for. I guess safety. Well, yeah. Obviously, for me, the reason I don't show my face is twofold. One, it's privacy, and I do respect that people are, have respected my privacy and shit. Hey, boy, I think I have to end this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to end this, boy. So yeah, guys, thank you for jumping along. I'm gonna go figure out different ways to ingest Tide Pods and not end my life.